All right. This is how we do an after show. Let me hide this thing. Hide already. Oh, that's the background. All right, here we go. Let's hide it. Hide it. Hide it. Boom. There we go. We're back on for a small little after show. What's up? We're joined by, in your top right corner, we got Miss Belle Clark from JC's Good Old Boys. In your lower left corner, you got Willie Richards from KNR. And over in your lower right,
representing West Texas, baby.
Can everybody point to Aaron?
I feel like we're
RGC. Point to Aaron. Everybody point to Aaron. RGC of the San Antonio Rodeo Barbecue Stock Show and Rodeo.
Of the president of the Burn Barrel Club and king of the Moneymaker.
Okay. All right, Aaron. Aaron, I know you've done probably, how many shows have you done now, Aaron?
One.
That's it?
That's it. I'm not important.
Bill's done like 31.
Man, that's good. That's I'm proud of him. I'm glad that he's able to have that kind of time to do that. But you know, I've done one with Mike Steels on the Barbecue Champs Academy, and I got one next week. And now, I'm here tonight.
You are here. You are here. And so, for people that weren't able to
remember, if you're not first, you're last. It doesn't matter.
Well, I don't believe that.
Oh, come on.
Come on, Aaron. I don't believe that.
Good God.
You had your.
Well, technically, you were second. So,
Aaron, I mean, I'm going to let Belle handle this. Belle, you know Aaron
I'm just saying.
You know Aaron very well. Let's ask 2 questions to Aaron about his weekend last weekend.
What am I supposed to ask?
Whatever comes to your heart.
But you only have 2.
You got 2. Shit. You got 2 questions. You actually ask one. I'll ask one, and then I'll come back.
All right, I'll take one. So, when did you do the intro to the So Smokin' Gooder show? Because your beard was really short, and it's not like that. Doesn't even look like
you know, the fucking hair grows. God damn it! I mean, the shit just. I mean, unfortunately, I have to get a beard trim every 3 weeks. All right, so it gets longer. I got to trim a little bit off. Okay, but yes, I think I gave that clip to Rob last summer.
I feel like you need a new one. Then
it's a 20. It's a 20.
And I don't know what was happening with your hat. Like I don't even know what was happening with anything.
Look, man,
I was in the middle telling you that she doesn't like it.
I was in the middle of the pit room. You know, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I got a Jambo cranking 300 in the back of a horse trailer with aluminum walls, lighting, and it's hot. So yeah, you know, I got my cap backwards.
But you can walk outside and take the same damn video with your Texas oil dust.
I don't have a film crew that follows me around like Robert Rocha does. All right, I mean, I don't have that.
Robert Rocha is following you around.
I did that.
He did. He
All
did. Rob.
I mean, he never plays my fucking clip, but it's totally fine.
I played your clip last week, by the way. Hey, and you didn't watch. Thank you very much. You don't have a clip. We need a clip.
Sorry, babe, you're still new.
Real quick, guys, we are new to YouTube, and we don't have a big YouTube following. We're only going on YouTube and Twitch. We are broadcasting to Twitch, and I know there's nobody on Twitch right now watching this. If you are on Twitch,
I'm gonna text Sean.
If you happen to,
he was our only Twitch guy,
and you're watching this, send me a little shout out. I did like random comments guy earlier today, but Belle,
that was weird though.
Let's go around. That was awesome. Random comments guy was his handle, and he said, "And out of nowhere, I don't know how that golf cart got there," which was
and I was like, "Are you fucking high?" Yeah,
no,
on Twitch.
It's a random comment. It's awesome. I have 474 subscribers on YouTube. Hey, if somehow we get to 500 tonight, Aaron will bust out the whiskey. Aaron will bust out.
What do you want? I got Gentleman Jack, I got Jim Beam, and I got Blanton's in the truck. What are we gonna do, man? Well, I mean, I'm in.
Yeah, click that bell on YouTube.
I do.
Subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on YouTube.
I don't know how to even I don't even have the YouTube.
All right, hey, let's go around. Let's introduce ourselves because we are new on YouTube. Belle, you're first up. Say hello, Belle, and introduce yourself to the 10,000 people on YouTube watching right now.
10,000? How do you even see that?
Like
because he has a magic keyboard.
No, because I don't have the YouTube, so I can't actually see. That's what's happening.
Daddy Dutch is that's
YouTube
a for
people.
sure thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't want to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. I don't know what YouTube.
Introduce yourself, Belle.
Say my name. Say my name.
Oh, you're just watching. Introduce yourself, Belle.
Hi, I'm Belle Clark.
And you are what is your specialty, Belle, in the barbecue world? What's your specialty?
Well, it used to be fucking chicken, but that like flew the coop. So now we're talking about brisket because that's all I got lately.
Hey, Belle, why did the chicken?
I got 3 fucking calls in Humble, but you don't want to know that.
Hey, Belle, why did the chicken leave the pit?
I don't know.
Belle,
apparently it was on fire.
Because I'm just saying.
Oh my god, that was so bad.
I mean, what can I say?
Oh shit!
That's a granddad joke. That's a
granddad joke. Hey, I got 5 and 1 on the way. Be here next week. I'm ready.
All right, so Belle is frozen. Look at her. She's so you surprised her so well that she is just stuck right there.
That is great.
We're gonna leave her just like that.
Just like that.
We're gonna go next to. Oh yeah,
take that picture, Willie.
Get it, Willie. Get it.
He's a hell of a photographer, baby. I mean, do you have that photo, Rob?
Which one?
The good photo. Me and Willie have a good photo.
Willie
send it to him.
Willie shared
Send it, Willie. Send it.
Send it on Messenger. I'll share it in a second. Willie, I know you were just on the So Smokin' Gooder show, but now we're only on YouTube right now. Why don't you introduce yourself to the YouTube? Oh, she went away. She's figuring it out.
Oh, she went home.
Oh,
Willie Richards, K&R Pipeline.
Yes, sir. We talked about you right now. You're a relatively new up and comer. You're killing it right now. You've had some really recent success at the CBA World Championship and at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. What else do you want to say?
What up there?
I'm getting a whiskey.
She's back, everybody.
My whiskey went empty.
She's muted. You're muted again, Belle.
Everybody count to 8. That's my measurement.
And I know it's not true, but Belle got that cricket internet. Look, she's frozen again.
Wow.
There she is.
She dialed in this time?
She is. Can't unmute your guest because they chose to mute. Belle, you chose to mute.
Oh, yeah, that's even better. This is great.
This poor girl. She's figuring it out. And while she's figuring it out, let's talk to the man up in the right-hand corner, Mr. Aaron Leslie from Texas.
Hey,
Oil Dust.
That's the shut the fuck up button. Right there. See that? That's what she's doing. She's like, shut the fuck up.
No, she's figuring it out. Aaron, how are you, buddy? Welcome
I'm doing
to the show, my man.
I'm in the funnel right now, man. We're spinning it just like it's a DJ Friday.
Hey, what do you have to say to like people that were below you last weekend, like this guy right here, Aaron, God's Country?
Below me, huh?
AJ.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. And it did not sink in because I was throwing my rant when they hit second place brisket, so I didn't know he had second place brisket. Now AJ has been on a brisket terror all year.
Solid.
He's just whooping that ass, and so. Every time I see him, I'm like, hey, man, I'm going to get that brisket. When am I going to get that brisket recipe? When am I going to get that brisket? I'm always teasing him, right? Because he's just kicking the shit out of everybody in brisket. And so I'm sitting there and I'm doing my rant. Some have heard it, some haven't heard it. But and so I missed AJ's second place brisket call. But when I found out he did, I went, fuck yeah. I was excited because for me he had I think it was a third brisket last year, second this year. I think Bill had a third or second last year, third this year. So that tells me that the same flavors, the same kind of program might work, So I was excited for AJ because he was there, but he's a badass cook, man. Straight up.
Hey, Aaron, I was very happy. Like I mentioned earlier in the show, you don't know who got the call, right? Until they go up to the stage and you hear the name, right? Aaron Leslie, Texas Old Dust. And to hear your name for first place brisket, and I know how hard and how much time and how much blood, sweat, and tears you put into this. To get your name at the San Antonio Rodeo Stock Show Cook-Off as first place brisket, what does that mean to you? And talk about the emotions and talk. And I know you mentioned it on the other show, but now that you're here, and I got to get you back on our full show. This is after
show. Is this speaking from the heart, or is I got to play political benefits here?
This is an after show. You say whatever the fuck you want to right now, bro.
All right, here we fucking go. You know.
Here we go. Here we go.
I got my notes right here. No.
AJ said, I appreciate that a lot, Aaron.
I tell you, I can't tell you how much I'm proud of him because he has just rocked it all year long. But the
Jeff, welcome to YouTube, Jeff.
5 years I've chased that fucking banner. 5 years. I mean, back when they had when I first went to the rodeo, they had a double. It was a Friday night, Saturday night cook. So they gave a Texas Pitmaster challenge, and they gave you that they did like the brisket, ribs, chicken, all that kind of stuff back when we were doing 3 meats, and I was 6th place ribs in the Texas Pitmaster challenge. The San Antonio Rodeo put everybody together, and we had a Friday doubleheader type thing. I gave it my guts. I mean, I gave it all I had. It's just shit that I've been doing. It's there. I didn't get nothing. And so I'm sitting here like, okay, I go the next year, the next year, the next year. And last year we all had that roundtable discussion, and me and I think Rob, you were there. Oh man, Roddy Trevino, Joey Machado. We're all sitting around this deal. Carlo Casanova. Everybody there's got banners. I'm the only son of a bitch that ain't got no banner. I mean, I'm sitting here bannerless, and everyone's flaunting them like they're holding like Super Bowl rings, and shit. So I'm like, okay, man, I'm getting one of them banners. So last year I was final table on 4 out of all the entries, 4 out of 7 or 8 entries. I was like final table. I'm like, fuck this, man.
Damn it.
Okay, that's cool. So fast forward to this year. I've had a lot going on this last month or two. My dad's been really bad, and I've had some other things happening. And it's just kind of, there's a lot of things emotionally going on in my life, and I'm trying to do the seasonings. I'm trying to work at the restaurant. I'm trying to represent. I'm trying to do what I got to do. So my mind is my candle has like 17 different wicks, and they're all burning. I'm trying to squeeze as much as possible into 7 days. So when I left, I told my dad, I said, I'm going to San Antonio Rodeo. I want to see you when I get back Sunday, and I'm going to get a banner. I don't know how I'm going to get it, but I'm going to get a banner. So I turned around and get down there, and I'm just focused. Chuck Long came with me, and I asked him, I said, hey, can you come help me? So I have a group of people, Paul Whitaker, Chuck Long, Tommy Smith, Greg Phillips is doing really good. And so I've got folks, Dason, up in the Canyon area, him and Sarah. So I've got different people that will come and help me when times are needed. And I asked Chuck, I said, hey, come help me, man. I said, you want to come cook with me? Come cook with me. Let's go. And I just want a little extra support, a little extra help. He's like, I'm in. So we flew him down. He got in there. And together, he helped me. Down? I did. I flew him in. I flew him to San Antonio. He rode back with some other guys that were cooking, Todd Stewart and them. And me and Chuck cooked at the World Food. Had a first place brisket at World Food, top 10 overall both days, top 5 both days. But that first place brisket came in, and I mean, it came in then, it came in this weekend. But I'm sitting there doing my thing, and Chuck is that guy that won't bullshit you, but he'll also tell you, nah, man, I'm not feeling it. Well, I'm not feeling it either. So we did some things, we made some things, we cooked this brisket, and he's like, man, that's money. I said, let's lay it out. So we took one slice, and laid it out, and we seasoned it with different things, different finishing dust, that kind of stuff, and a little salt here, a little this here, a little that there. He's like, I like this one. I said, well, I do too. I like this one. Let's go for it. What do we have to lose? Man, we have nothing to lose. We need a banner. So we go to awards. We do our thing. They go down the first funnel of 10. Jeremy hits that first place bird. I'm like, fuck yeah. Congratulations, dude. He's a damn good chicken cook. He's a damn good brisket cook. Then my boy Rob gets that first place rib call, and I'm like, and Bill, of course, gets his call, and I'm like, man, this is it. This is good. So I'm like, my buddy Jeremy's got a chicken call. My buddy Rob's got a call. Here I am. I'm 20. There's only 10 left.
Who's that? This
Thank
guy?
you. Hey, so let me find you. Let me find you just a little bit. I'm gonna squeeze you just a little bit. Okay, so I'm sitting here, and they get down to 4th place, and I told them, and they're like, man, this is gonna be this is anybody's show. First place bridge is gonna win this sumbitch, unless one of the top 9 guys gets a shot. So 3rd place comes in, Bill gets that call, and I'm like, oh, that's it. It sealed the deal. I said, well, hold on a minute. I said, my buddy Jeremy, my buddy Rob, they've got 2 first place. There's still 3 guys with 9 places going on, and they haven't even called first place brisket yet. So there's like 2 and 3. There's 5 guys that have a chance at still beating this.
It was still wide open at that point.
It was still wide open. 19 points is coming from somebody. That's what I was thinking.
Right.
And they hit 2nd place brisket, and I didn't hear the name because I turned around and I said, fuck this place. Fuck San Antonio Rodeo. Fuck this deal. I am never coming back. I won't spend another goddamn dime in this fucking rodeo cook-off. I am going to Humble, and I'm cooking Humble next year, and I will never set fucking foot. And about the time that I said I will never set foot back on this fucking property again, I heard a 21413. And I looked at my tag, and I knew my number. I mean, I've been saying it over and over and over in my head for 9 places, And I said, fuck this place. I'll never come back. And I heard that number come up, and I looked at it, and it said 8. And I just went, fucking son. And I just asshole my brand new beer. And that's why so if you look at my Facebook page, you'll see this beer can that just beat the shit. I slammed it one time. It bounced up. It came down. It came back up. It bounced over. It did all this, whole trampoline act. And I went into the whole Iron Man Hulk. Just, you couldn't have hit me with a Mack truck. I'd have stopped that bitch on a dime. I was that adrenaline rushed. I just can't tell you the feeling that it made to hit first place brisket. And when they did that, everybody looked over. George Valerio comes running over to me, and he just gives me a big old hug. I just picked that sumbitch up, and I'm just shaking the shit out of him. His old legs are just dangling back and forth. Everyone's laughing, but I did like 3 people. I have no idea who else, but I did like 3 people. And then I'm running down to the front, and I'm coming through, babe. You get the fuck out of my way. I've got something to get. I've got a banner that has my fucking name on it, and so I'm pushing people. I'm squeezing people. Thank you. Get the fuck out of my way. I got to go. And I'm pushing chairs. I'm slamming chairs. I'm getting through the funnel. And I get all the way up to the front. And I had no idea that I was even going to get a second banner after this. I wasn't worried about a second banner. I'm still not worried about the second. Reserve Grand is great, but I got a banner. I got the last one of the night, the first place brisket banner, and I'm super stoked about it. I love Reserve. I'm proud to be accomplished that, but I'm proud to get that first place banner because I told my dad I would, and we got it. It was the last one of the night. So
Aww.
It's a huge, huge weight off my shoulders to get that first place banner.
Look at that beer can.
You should see my koozie. That motherfucker put some rock holes in it. I'm telling you, I assholed and slammed the shit out of it. You'll never get that beer can away from my trophy case ever again.
Aaron, read that comment.
Ty.
Move, biatch, get out the way. That's exactly what I probably said. Actually, I said,
get out the way.
I said something about get the fuck out of my way. I've got somewhere to be. I looked up at him. I physically looked up at this guy, and he's taller than me and probably bigger than me. And I was like, I just pushed him out like a damn rag doll. I said,
How is somebody taller and bigger than you?
That ain't no shit.
They're there. They're out there. I promise you.
Look at Daddy Dutch. Daddy Dutch bringing
No,
facts.
no.
But
Bill did not get the last banner of the night. The last banner is a triangular-shaped banner. He got the last trophy of the night. Those banners are not the same as the one they give for reserve and for grand. So I just want to put that clear there, Daddy Dutch. A banner is a triangular-shaped banner, and that's not what we got. We got the other deal. So
hey, Willie, what is that that triangular-shaped banner? Let me pull this back down.
God damn.
What do you think? What do you think that means to cooks in Texas?
That's everything to me. You know, it's bragging rights. I mean, pretty much. I mean, I don't have one of those number one places like these two guys, but I mean, it's something. It's something to walk.
It's just as good as a ribbon at the Royal.
I'm with you.
Oh, are you kidding me?
San Antonio,
100%. 100%.
That's the crowd. I mean, just like he said, he was knocking people the hell out of the way. Big old dudes didn't make a shit. Hey, I got something up there. It's mine. I'm going to get it.
It's just as good as It's just as good as those two ribbons I have at the Jack.
Oh,
really? All right.
It's big.
Yeah,
it's big.
Good shit.
So here in Texas, we all know about the San Antonio Rodeo Contest, obviously, but we also have one coming up, Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Where do y'all rank that one? To me, Houston is. Let's see. I'm trying to word this correctly. San Antonio is full of competition cookers, right? Houston.
No, San Antonio is not full of competition cookers.
Okay, well let me finish what I'm going to say, and you can rebuttal.
Yeah, I'll rebuke that.
Rebut that or rebuttal. But Houston there's a lot of party teams out there, and then they have hired guns out there that are sprinkled with competition cooks. Aaron, in your opinion, which one is harder to win? Which one's harder to win?
Well, I've never cooked Houston, but I am this year. So Houston is a bucket list, just like the Royal, just like the Jack, something like that, right? So I can't tell you which one's harder to win because I've never cooked Houston. So I don't have an opinion on that particular subject. But I can say I think Houston is made up of just as many backyard cooks as San Antonio is, because San Antonio is corporate, just like Houston. I think everybody kind of has a tent, everybody has a spot, and then you probably were to figure it up, maybe 30%, 40% tops is competition guys at San Antonio. So I can only assume by the guys that I've watched cook Houston, and I know who cook Houston, how many teams are cooking Houston. I mean, I've never heard a number, so I don't really know.
There are 230-ish teams in Houston.
Total.
Okay.
So you probably have at least a third of those are competition cooks helping somebody out, if not cooking Champions Row, right? So, I mean, I would say a third of both contests are competition cooks or competition worthy, beat the roads every weekend kind of cooks. I mean, that might be a good number. I don't know. I'm not statistics on that.
So there's 230 teams out there in Houston. And probably, I think you're competing 60, 70 competition team cooks out there. It's my feeling.
That's a pretty good.
Willie,
if we can do it with 288, we can go do it 230.
Oh, 288 teams in San Antonio.
I like it.
I feel like there's 150 competition teams out there that you gotta.
I was going to say I think there's more.
No, it's San
Antonio. There's more
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. 100%.
Okay. I mean, there could be. I don't have those numbers because they didn't open it up, right? So they didn't open it up to the because it was already sold out before in February. Everybody had done bought their spots, so you don't really know how many competition teams were cooking. I know how many made the top 10.
Yeah, and so that's the thing, right? So you can't get in like as Bullhorn Barbecue that has sponsors or whatnot that can pay for this entry for me. We can't get in. It's not like money's not going to buy you in. You have to already know somebody, or you have to become
have to like
hired gun for
grandfathered
somebody.
in. Or,
you have to be grandfathered in.
Well, and no one's last year. was, I believe, the last year that it opened, right? So when San Antonio opened the year before, what was it, 2 minutes?
Yeah,
so they only had like 60 or 80 spots. It was done.
Right.
So everyone does the Cash for Kids. They pay their $1,300. They get their spot up front, and now they're signed up. So last year we sponsored the rodeo, and I paid $2,500 for a sponsorship. John Scarborough with Midland Meat Company and I, the two companies came together. He's my business partner, so he came together. We split it, and he got his logo on the wall up there. It was all good. But this year we only had to pay $1,300 to keep that same spot.
Right.
So everybody's paying ahead. Willie pays ahead. Robert pays. Whatever the case, everyone pays ahead. That will probably never open up again for public sales.
That's what they were saying this last year.
I think San Antonio's done with public sales. Yeah.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, everyone's going to keep their spot.
So I can't go cook now.
You're going to have to come jump on
for the rest of my life.
You're going to have to either come jump on Team Willie or Team Old Dust. I mean, that's about all there's to it,
Yeah.
Well,
it's
Team Willie.
I'm keeping mine.
Don't tell her that.
So, I'm keeping
I don't know. Team K and R. I don't know how you'd say it.
It's fine. He'll make me a pizza. It'll be fine.
That's right.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. That's a pizza cooking fucker right there. I mean, we had like 3 of them on the table, and I couldn't stop.
Did we have in fucking Louisiana? Seriously.
Well, I don't know. I didn't get a piece of that. I had a piece of king cake with a damn baby in it. I mean, that about broke my tooth. So.
And then what was the chicken I made? Remember, I made the chicken, and then fucking Carissa came over and put the fucking pieces of the chicken.
Hey, that pizza was
the best pizza ever made.
I'm gonna say Willie was pulling them out. Okay, I'm a little upset with you. I move away at something.
I move away.
Hey man.
I saw that.
This was a meeting of the minds about 3 weeks ago. In his time, we've been open now almost 2 years in April, and John's ready to do it. We have to make sure that our schedule. We cater a lot. We do a lot of catering and a lot of huge events. I think. We did one for like 2,400 people in December. We do stuff for 1,500, 1,600. We do a lot of people, a lot of barbecue, a lot of different things. We have 3 great chefs on board. So, John, I mean, it's just that time to start opening up for the evening time. And I'm sorry, Jared, but, I mean, you can, you're close. You can go to first class, hit Robert up and have you some beers and have some dinner, and wear your flip-flops or bare feet, whatever you want to do. But no, he made some badass pizzas. I sat there and I ate one piece. I was like, fuck, man, it's pretty good, dude. And I ate another piece. Next time I'm like 6 pieces in. Willie's still just crisping them up, man. He's still just whipping them out like a Domino's pizza cook, So I liked it.
So Willie, what do you look for in a contest whenever you're when you're searching the schedule and you're planning your, month out? What's something that you look for that attracts Willie?
The first thing I look for is how many cooks we're going to have, and who's going. That's every single time I want to know who's going and how many people are going to be there.
All right, let me comment on that. So, are you looking for the size as in how many people are going to be there, or are you looking for are your friends going to be there, or are you looking
friends are a plus because I do. Y'all know me. I like to visit and blow smoke up people's ass. But I mean, it's one of those where like we talked about earlier. I want to hit the biggest ones there are. I do. I mean, I like hitting those big ones. They're fun. Kind of lets me see where I sit with everybody. I like to be at the biggest ones we can. Like this coming weekend. How many teams they got this week? Next weekend, 250,
200 plus. Yes, already.
Yeah. So I mean, something like that. I mean,
220,
50 grand. Yeah. 10 grand each category. Wow.
So I might get my ass kicked.
How far is that from us?
You're 6 hours.
Oh shit, 6 hours. Never mind.
Yeah, it's 5 for me.
Oh, Jesus.
That's about
really
11 for old West Texas boy here. I'm just telling y'all. 2 years in a row, 11 hours.
Aaron, how much money that cost you to travel just in gas?
Hey, Aaron, how about the Louisiana? How far was that one? Yeah,
that was 12 solid hours.
At what time did you get there on a Thursday?
I left at 12:30. I got there at like 1:30 a.m., 2 o'clock in the morning. Something like that.
About that, Aaron?
Oh,
what?
Ty.
This dude Aaron with a text all that huge person. I tell you what, man. I appreciate that.
He has not met you. He's a very sweet guy at our.
He hasn't met me. Fuck off, Bill.
Speaking of huge personalities,
it's because he's a huge personality himself.
Speaking of huge personalities,
and you would know if you met him. Ass.
Ooh.
Ass. Damn. All right, Salty. Here we go. It's on.
I didn't.
Come on, Salty.
I didn't know.
All right.
Are you calling me Salty because of this beard?
No, I'm calling her Salty. I nicknamed her Salty at the CBA the Seguin event because she talks kind of dirty, and she's got a mouth on her. And I told Logan, I said we're gonna nickname her Salty, and that's what we're gonna do.
Okay, because of her beard. I got it. Okay, I got it. Okay, here we
go.
Wow.
You're just old.
Speaking.
You didn't even say my hair looked nice, Rob. I mean, I don't even know what to do with you right now.
Belle, your hair does look nice. And you look great, Belle. Thanks for being the co-host tonight.
Did you get a tan? You get a spray tan?
I think her hair is growing. She has like longer hair last time I seen her. I don't know. It's been a few months. I don't know. Month or so.
But in a ponytail.
I know that's not what he meant.
Screenshot.
I know that's not what he meant, but your hair looks so nice. He did a screenshot, and I know that's out of context. That's not what he meant. But this is the after show. But hey, speaking of big personalities, I did not. Oh, there you go. Okay. I did not realize that we were going to have. I didn't realize we are going to have such big personalities on the show. That guys that have won on one of the biggest stages in Texas. Aaron Leslie, thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate you.
Fuck off, Rob.
Always doing that.
Fuck you, son of a bitch.
And I
tell me that shit.
And I feel
blowing
like I'm
smoke out my ass now.
I feel like I'm representing Bill Purvis right now with my chicken.
I feel, but it's funny. As many times as you and I have talked, you think you would like represent a little Texas Oldust every now and then. I am a sponsor of the show. I mean, I
wear the Body by Barbecue show shirt. I wear the barbecue.
That's what this one is.
I wear that same shirt on my show.
He's just mad because his brisket fell off a little bit, and he's blaming me for it. I'm still living that day. No.
But speaking of big personalities and guys that have won on the biggest stages in Texas, Aaron, thank you for being a part of this show. I appreciate you. Thank you for being a sponsor of this show. Hey, but I didn't know this was going to happen. But hey, guess who we got coming up right now?
Let me explain. Big personality.
Shit.
So he goes with a whole big personality and chicken fried barbecue and all this shit that he
The legend.
Let's welcome Bill Purvis.
Well, you got to remember, Bill just woke up, so now he's gonna be up all night so that he can hit the whole social media when nobody else is awake, and he'll go to bed at 6 in the morning. Wake up at 4, go get some Burger King, come back, he's ready to go.
Man, I'm headed to Marksville in the morning. I don't know about you boys.
Are you cooking tomorrow?
I'm headed to Marksville. I'm gonna cook that BCA in Marksville.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good event.
Why don't you come eat some crawfish with some of the coolest people around right now?
I would, but it's a qualifier. It's a qualifier, and it's in Marksville. And
I know you're chasing that bung. You're chasing
you
bungs.
Can't win qualifier sitting on the couch. So
well, make me.
It's a little too far for me. Marksville's just that's 11 and a half hours. I thought about it.
You just did that.
Yeah, you drove right past Marksville to get to Pier Park.
I did, and I don't really want to go back that way anytime soon. I'll be honest with you. I mean, but I think I'm going to go to Refugio just to cook.
No, tell him he didn't do it on a flatbed with 13 ass leaf springs.
That's right.
How's your back filled with that fucking Dodge in your ass, huh?
Welcome to the real shit show.
That was like, poor guy. Oh my God, he got there and I was like, how bad does your back hurt? I'm so sorry.
Yeah. That last 40 miles was freaking horrible.
All right. Belle,
fucking Dodge will pull a house though. That Dodge will just pull. So
hell
it's been good to me.
Yeah. Oh, look at this.
But I tell you, Bill, you really wish you was in that Ford that I had because you not only would have been feeling good, you'd have been riding good. I'm just saying. You've been feeling good, riding good. It's just
No.
that 1-ton Ford is just Cadillac.
No. Bill,
Real
Ain't
quick,
that right, Willie? Huh?
Hey, real quick, guys. Little Robbie down there, sponsored by We Branded Promotions and Julie Stanley. There we go. Hey, Belle, let's talk about your big weekend in Humble before we get.
Now you want to talk about
before
it?
we get to the champ. Yes, Belle, I would like to know how did it go last weekend?
What the fuck is this afterthought shit? Now
I'm
you're
really glad Bill's on here. Can we?
No,
talk
this is
about
not afterthought. Afterthought would be talking to Bill
an
first. Would be talking to Bill first,
I didn't
then
get
you.
the fancy banner thing, and I didn't get the whole rundown Humble rodeo.
Yeah, I agree. I think he snubbed you, Belle.
He did. I think he snubbed you, threw you under the bus a little bit. Just
all right. It was nice seeing Bill Purvis on the show for about 10 minutes.
he kind of snubbed you there, Belle. I'm sorry. You know, I'm gonna have a talk with Rob behind the trailer and take cook off.
I was waiting for you to cut Belle off.
Really?
She's a
hey,
man. I want to hear about Belle's cook. I want to hear about it.
Thank you.
Because I watched the other show and I didn't get to hear about it. You know.
I did beat
Fucker.
Philip Brady.
Hey, before you start, Belle, I'm going to take Rob out behind the trailer at Houston. I'm going to give him a little whatnot just for you, okay?
A little
Well, I feel like I got cheated on that deal, but it's fine.
Like Roy D. Murphy, haven't put a little pot knot on his head.
All right, Belle, now's your time. Let's go, Belle.
Here's your shot, Belle. Here's your shot. Spill it.
What did you walk in? What did you walk, Belle? What did you walk
Humble.
in? What were your calls?
Hey, Bill. Bill, this is your interview. You interview her, please.
Yeah. No, what were your calls, Belle? You know?
I got a 7th rib. No, I didn't get a chicken call at all.
Really?
I got a 7th rib, a 7th pork,
That's surprising.
and a 5th brisket.
Oh, wow. That's great. That's awesome. What'd your chicken land?
Hashtag justice for Belle.
I like it. I love it.
But because Logan reserved it last year. So I kind of wanted to reserve it. So then it's like a Clark cook-off thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I missed it by fucking 2 points.
How many points, Belle? How many points you missed?
2.
Son of a bitch.
What'd you bomb?
Chicken. Ironically.
That's your thing, Belle.
You got a good chicken, too.
It was not that thing. No.
Did you feel good about
Were
the
you
chicken?
happy with your chicken, Belle? Were you happy with it?
I was happy with it, yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been making this new sauce for my ribs and my pork that apparently is a thing. So
Nice.
that's
Let me
all.
tell you,
What's that recipe
Thank you
again,
for
Belle?
letting me have my minute.
I'm sorry, I missed that recipe, Belle. Could you do that? Can you say it one more time?
No, I don't have a recipe because I don't write shit down.
All right, so I'm looking at the results, and I mean it was pretty tight at the top. I mean, 190 got you 31st place in chicken. You had a 190-12, Belle,
wow.
which is respectable for chicken for sure.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't shitty, but
she had a 190 in chicken, and she finished.
You get a 190 in CBA, you're in there. You're like there. That's just it. You gotta have 190.
But not
I needed
Humble.
Logan's chicken actually, because he had like 17th chicken, and then
Aaron,
I would have been
10th place in chicken that day was a 195 score.
At Humble?
At Humble.
Yeah.
That's
wow.
They like
What was your
chicken.
overall score, Belle?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea.
I know. I can tell you.
You can look it up. How nice.
Smokin Los Barbecue with a 783 total score.
We seem to like those 200s, don't we, Rob?
We do.
Yeah, okay.
783.24 is Smokin Los. Smoke Show Barbecue with Donald Keene. He had a 782.28. JC's Good Old Boys with that's a badass score, baby. 779.28.
Damn right it is.
That's a great score, Belle.
And LC Barbecue in 4th place with a 777. Hey, you beat
But I beat him.
You beat. That
was kind of more awesome than anything because Phil goes, "God damn it, Belle, are you fucking kidding me?" I was like, "Really, bro? Like, let me just have the one out of the million, okay?"
So Bill,
he was sweet though.
Bill, do I put you in the top spot in the power rankings? You go from 11th to 1 after a big contest like the San Antonio Stock Show.
I think if you just, man, if I'll feel accomplished if I can just sneak into that top 10, Rob. You know, I was on page 3, I think last.
I'd love to even know that my name was on this list. I mean, you know, it's like never up there.
Right? I don't know. Let's see. I got the list from. It's been about 2 weeks now.
Man, I think you need to move JC's Goodo's boy up the list too. Sounds like it, you know. Third at Humble.
It's fine.
You know?
I'll hang out at the bottom. It's fine.
Bill, Bill. Let me pull Bill
and
down
you're only
again.
Bill. You're only being biased because I let you borrow my truck.
All right, so let's check and see the latest, the very latest. This is probably from at least 2-3 weeks ago. All right, 20 was Alley Cats, and now I can't even tell you who that was.
What is that? What are we looking at?
We're looking at our power rankings from 3 weeks ago, Bell. Okay, 20th place was Alley Cats. 19th place was Drop Time Smoke, which is Greg Minotti, who was doing very well at the time. He's still doing very well. 18th place, Scooters Barbecue. He came off of a very strong CBA season. 17th place was Rio Valley Meats, who got a.
But he ain't cooking no more.
He got which one? Scooters. Yeah. Was that fair at the time? 3 weeks ago, Aaron?
Yes. Yeah.
Rio Valley Meats hasn't cooked as often, but he's he's a legend in Texas, obviously. Tiny E Barbecue was coming. He came from like second overall, and he dropped to 16th after the American Royal, and you know, it's a power ranking, right? So if y'all remember what I was talking about as far as power rankings, how they go, right? So it's not how you do over a course of a year. It's how you're doing at that moment. So Flying G Barbecue, he got a walk at San Antonio Rodeo 3 weeks ago. He was in 15th place. Kicking Cajun, I think he's taking a step back. He may fall off. I'm just saying. We'll see. Heavy Smoke Barbecue, that is Chris Schaefer. No.
Uvalde.
He got a big strong walk there.
Two walks.
Team Cute Chupacabra, that's Jackie and Tim Milligan. She's always a threat. But we'll review that. Chicken Fried Barbecue sitting in 11th place 3 weeks ago.
How is he sitting at 11th?
He may crack because you're about to see the top 10.
Well, the year just started. You know what I mean?
Well, this was over a course. All right,
still, babe, it counts.
I know.
God, Aaron, let people have their thing.
The season started. Billy ain't had time to get his kicks on yet, man. He ain't put his shoes on yet. He's just still got his socks on. Maybe it's Crocs.
Still counts.
Socks with Crocs. Bill ain't even gotten started yet.
Jared McCrory, was great to see you, Belle, and Logan this past weekend. There it is.
All
right, now we're cracking the top 10. Now, this was 3 weeks ago, so obviously things have changed in 3 weeks. So, like Bill Purvis, he's probably going to crack the top 10.
I was going to say, I feel like your list is bullshit.
Just saying.
Your list is kind of bullshit.
It's still fucked up because they ain't got Texas Oldest on it anywhere.
And it's real fucked up. They don't even have K&R on there.
It don't even have JC's Good Boys on there.
It don't have Bullhorn on there either.
I'm pretty sure it's prejudiced. This list is prejudiced.
You got fucking Daniel on there? Daniel cooks like once a fucking month.
Daniel came off of a third rib at the American Royal, and he came off. Daniel's a solid
do something
cook.
With your list. This is a bullshit list.
Heavy's
Why
barbecue.
are you showing us the past? Show us the fucking present.
Yeah,
Let's
take
get over
this shit off. Take it off.
All right,
fucking tell him, Bill.
So
goddamn, be a man. Be the man. Tell him.
So all right,
man, I gave him a bunch of grief last time.
Here's now I've all appointed y'all.
I'm pretty sure I beat Hideaway Ranch this weekend too.
I've appointed all of you guys votes in this thing. All right, so let's go to the top 20. Who are we dropping off this list?
Oh, you want to put us out there in front of everybody?
Oh,
how about you just ask us who the top 4 are?
No one's watching. Oh, Bill leaves. Look at Bill.
It's totally
I'm out. I'll see you.
So drop time.
I had to let the dog out. I gotta let the dog out. Dog is
All right,
crying.
let the dog out. Come back.
Whiz.
Okay, but I gotta pee. So
go pee. Go
All right.
pee.
Everybody's going to the bathroom except me and Willie. Hey, Willie, you and I, we can handle our alcohol. Bill can't handle his water.
I'm just sitting here
at my desk. I'm good.
So. James Minotti is Drop Time's uncle. He may be cracking this top 20. Chilling and grilling, doing very well. Very well. Alley Cats, he was number 1 at the time in IBCA. That's why I included him. He's probably gone.
So who is Alley Cats?
I don't even know his name. Sorry.
Okay.
Drop Time was doing very well. Still doing well. Hit a first place brisket at Hold'em and hit him.
Yep.
Still hovering there. Scooter's Barbecue. He hasn't been.
Man, I tell you, man, Paul's a hell of a cook. He will always be a hell of a cook. I remember Paul back at Bandera Cook-Off when I first met him, cooking on Weber's and to smoke the what's that? The bullets, and
yep.
But I Paul's got a job that requires a lot of attention and phone calls, and so, but he's also taking care of the scoring system, and he's taking care of the website, and he's taking care of a whole lot of things for CBA. So he got his hands full. Paul's still a hell of a cook, and no matter what happens to Paul's rankings, whether it has or it ain't, he's still always going to be a hell of a cook. So it don't really matter what spots you put him in. He's always going to be there. So he's a tough competitor.
AJ said protest.
Hey, I want to say this. I mean, AJ's stout, man. I mean, you didn't make your list. I mean, what are you getting? You getting hundreds? You getting 50s? What are you getting, Rob? I mean, come on. I mean, there's got to be some dollar bills going on. People are paying you.
Oh, you think it'd be a bribe for this thing? No, nothing like that. But I do think
I'm just messing with you. I'm sticking up for you, AJ. I'm putting up for you, man.
All right, so I'm just gonna talk about this out here publicly right now. There's 21,000 people watching this right now. Alley Cats probably gonna fall out of the top 20. Drop Time.
Man, I think we had a big weekend this weekend with Humble and you know what I mean? Humble,
and that's what power rankings are all about. That's what power rankings are all about. Now, you can't just have come out.
Who walked at the big cook-offs?
Right.
Bell walked at the big cook-offs. Willie walked at the big cook-offs. Who walked big?
Bill Purvis walked at the big cook-offs.
Texas Oil walked big.
Aaron
Bill
Leslie walked at the big
Robert Smith walked at the big
I think
cook-off.
I did. It was a small walk.
Wait, how was
my
first class?
I mean, I'm telling you, me and Bill will tell you.
Page.
Oh, the first class was 3. Okay. Oh,
yeah,
right.
Bill and I'll tell you, Chris is phenomenal, man. Chris is the bomb. He's always going to do good no matter where he goes. He's always going to outshine. So, I mean, Chris Schaefer is he's legit. I mean, that sucker is a dime, and you can't beat him. So he's always going to be in a ranking somewhere. Him and of course Brad. I mean, they had two great calls at Uvalde. That's a huge cook-off. I mean, they just showed you they could.
I have a question for anybody that's listening right now. There's 21,000 up there, and I have U5 right here. So U4. The So Smokin' Gooder show. I like to make it seem like we are all inclusive, right? So I try to have people from other organizations on. We have IBCA people, we have Lone Star people, we have Outlaw people, obviously we have CBA people, we have IBCA people.
CTBA, you got to remember those guys too.
Okay, I will try. We have KCBS people on here, which I think. Do you guys like it when I get people from outside of Texas, like KCBS people that are doing well, like Brad Leininger? I've had
Speak up, guys. Speak up.
I've had Chris Webb on here. I've had Blaine Hunter from Porky Butts. Some of these guys that are very successful outside of Texas. Do you guys enjoy that, or would you guys rather see, up and comers like tonight? Willie, I love you, but he's not a Brad Leininger, right? So it's coming. I like to spread the love out. But
Willie, you just got thrown under the bus, buddy.
I don't think I threw him under the bus. I think
I
Willie.
mean, you kind of did, bro.
I think Willie is.
Willie,
he didn't throw him under the bus. He chopped him down at the fucking knees.
I mean, that was kind of rude, dude.
I'm already down there.
Oh my God. I'm not a Brad Leininger either. My God. Y'all stop. What I mean was, would y'all rather see like these guys from outside of Texas also on the show, or bring up these up and comers? Like I've had AJ on the show. I've had Carlos Calzada on the show. I've had these up and comers. I've had Vincent Regino on the show.
Please place your comments because I would like to know, because I have my own opinion.
Yeah, do y'all like seeing people outside of Texas? Like this power rankings, I've included people from outside of the state.
Power ranking is bullshit.
Well, I mean, I got slaps on here. I've got
well, I mean, I think it's great because I mean we're gonna go
it doesn't even make sense.
It does, because you got 5 sanctioning bodies you're putting in there. It makes perfect sense because those guys are stout. But you got
coming in. No. Hold on. You got coming in hot, which I know Daniel and him, but above freaking Bill, like that doesn't make sense. Like I agree, he should be on there, but he should not be as high.
Here's a solid comment. I'd like to see those guys come down here and cook, then put them on the show. Okay, that's a fair comment.
Fair.
Well, they just did. They did. You followed
the barbecue store, great events and great promoters. I agree with that.
Jeff Dennison, I respect it. I find it more interesting when the guests are teams we directly compete against. Okay, yeah. And I get that.
Jeff, I like it. That's a good answer.
I totally get that because you have a relationship with these people, right? And so at least maybe not
people you see.
Maybe not even a relationship, but you can compare your scores to them. And I get what you're saying 100%. Bill Purvis.
He's getting bored.
What say you? I know he's answering like all of his other shows.
He's on his Facebook thing. Like he's
doing his like 32 shows. I haven't done any.
I know he's doing a show right now. He's on another
show.
Nobody
likes the second place guy. It's always the first place guy. He's probably on the show right now. He's probably doing his show right now on your show.
He's responding to another show while he's on the show.
Bill, you have a unique perspective
that's fancy he is.
Bill has a unique perspective because, and Aaron does too. Y'all have been outside of the state doing that kind of run, right? Doing that kind of circuit. And so the guys that I bring on outside of Texas, but for the most of the guys that watch the show, they don't know those people. And I wonder, is it interesting to them?
Oh, man.
Bill, I'm asking you, do you think it hurts the show or helps the show when I bring people from outside of our?
I think any barbecue is good, but at the same time too, like I've cooked with a lot of those guys on KCBS, and I find Texas to me is the hardest to score.
Okay.
Like I find, KCBS, you're cooking for a certain spec. You're cooking to a certain specification. And in Texas, you're cooking to, 1 minute somebody's tagging you because your ribs are overdone. And the next minute, maybe they're thinking they're a little tight. So it's it's a lot more of a blind audience to where in Texas, to win in Texas, I think to me, it's a little, there's very few, I think maybe only one, like Darren Worth, who's been able to win big contests, obviously the American Royal and the Jack, but he's also won Houston. Man, there's not too many people that, have come down and won big contest. KCBS cooks that have been able to come down here and beat up on a bunch of Texas cooks. So I think we can hold our own against all those guys, And like I said, I think it's on a lot of their bucket lists to come down here and try to win a nice one in Texas. And man, I don't know that, Chris Schaefer came down to hold them and hit them. And he had one, that's not normal for Chris. But,
no,
that's pretty normal for us down here. It's easy, we'll go to cook-offs and we can get walks. And, I had one call at hold them and hit them,
Yeah.
So I think, Rob, you probably had one call.
I had one call. Yep.
Yeah. So
we got a lot of tough cooks down here. And
there's a lot of tough cooks in Texas,
My point was asking, hey, are you guys entertained? Because as a show host, I want to make sure that I have at least
and anytime you get great cooks on, I like it. I like anytime you have great cooks because you can always learn. You can always learn from.
I want Joe. I want Joe on this show. And,
I love that.
And here's the
versus
deal.
The world.
And here's another question right here. Joe
Eat him up, baby.
He's a YouTube phenomenon.
Hey Joe, where are you out of, Joe? Tell us where you're out of.
He's out of
El Paso.
He's out of El Paso. This guy has thousands of followers, and he does backyard
hundreds
barbecue.
of thousands of followers.
Hundreds of thousands of followers, and he has a great following. And I would love to get him on the show, but I also wonder, because this is kind of like a competition show, would you guys be interested in that? I think so. I mean, and at one point it's like, whatever, we're going to put him on and see what happens. But I would love to, Joe, if you're interested, I would love to have you on the show, man.
So here's my opinion on that. This is a barbecue show.
Yep.
Competition, backyard, on the street, on the curb. It doesn't matter where you're at. We're supposed to talk about barbecue, and there's all sorts of forms of barbecue. We can compete on the weekends. We can run a restaurant during the week. We can go cater during the weekends. We can do something different, but everybody has a perspective on barbecue. And if you have any kind of inkling, notification, doesn't matter what it is, if you have any kind of knowledge about barbecue on a perspective scale, you should be on the show, period. There's so many guys out there that do so many things, whether they're YouTube phenomenons or TikTok phenomenons or Facebook phenomenons, doesn't matter what you're doing. Barbecue is barbecue. It doesn't matter if you're making sausage, if you're cooking briskets, you're doing ribs, chicken, pork, doing, I don't know, brisket tortellini. It doesn't matter what it is. You should always have people that love barbecue the way barbecue is, and not just competition barbecue related.
That sounds amazing, by the way. But yeah,
it is. And so is brisket fettuccine. I'm just telling you.
I mean,
brisket
there's a lot of guys
fettuccine
in
is fucking
that maybe
amazing.
want to do their own food truck one day, or and Joe's got that. Joe's running a food truck in El Paso, so you may find that different people in comps, they whether they want to have their own rub one day or their own food truck or their own restaurant, and I would be dragging them in here, So,
Martin.
I mean, a food truck is hard to do. And I'm going to tell you this from experience. I started a food truck back in 2014. I started catering in 2012. I started doing different things at different levels until we finally got a brick and mortar. And only because of John Scarborough at Middle Meat Company did we ever put the two together. So he's like, hey, look, I want to do this. What do you think? I'm in. It doesn't matter. Handshake, a yes or a no. Yeah, we're in. It doesn't matter. So if you have guys that are catering out of their house or they're catering out of the backyard on their pit, they got a food trailer, they got a food, spot, they got a town hall type, where they like the food trucks go and they've set up, they all get together, congregation, and then you have a catering restaurant, you got a food kitchen, rub commissary, doesn't really matter. You should bring all those guys on because everyone has an answer and a question. And if you can answer those and you can bring those questions to heart, those guys will know what's going on. Guys like me and Bill, to have a rub and to want to put that rub out, that's a big decision. Me and Bill talked about it a couple of years ago when Ripcon came out. It's like, yes, you can do this. Yes, you can do this. Will it pay the bills? I don't know. So you start trying to put this stuff together, but there's so many thousands and thousands of guys out there asking the same question. Do you have that answer? I don't know. But put on your show and you'll find out.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love having people like Willie. We had Willie on tonight. This guy is
he's bored too. Look at him.
He's bored, but
he ain't got a pizza maker.
I was answering.
He's a pizza oven. He'd be all right.
He's bored, but people like
Bill, how many pizzas did we eat when we were in Louisiana?
Oh man, I killed a whole one.
We ate like 10 different pizzas.
Yeah, and then the freaking chicken pizza, the one that you did, that chicken pizza was freaking.
What I say, Bill?
Hey, real quick,
he did have he got stuck on that chicken.
Real quick, I want to
goddamn, Bill, you should market this and put it on the thing. I'm like, I'm not doing that. It's just a fucking stuffed chicken,
Yeah, that stuffed chicken.
And he put it on the pizza.
All right. I want to hype Willie up because apparently I cut him down, which I did not mean to do that.
You did. You were.
It was not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I have different.
He went south.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's right. Get back up, Ray. I'm about to pump you back up. What I meant was that we have different people that comes on the show, right?
Well,
we have world champions. We have world champions. We have people that are up and comers. We have people that are just starting out. And I'd love to get somebody like Joe. I know he's done a couple comps out there, but Joe he's building this YouTube empire. The guy had 100,000 followers. It feels like just 6 months ago. Now he's already at 200,000. So it's something that this show, as a So Smokin' Gooder show, as a host, would like to introduce it. Like, I'd be stupid if I don't include backyard guys or people from outside of the state. But I'm wondering, for the core of my audience are Texas cooks that do competition barbecue. And I'm wondering, do you guys get bored if I bring another type of outside influence to the show? I don't think so. I think what Aaron said,
Rob,
if you're talking barbecue, I think that's all that matters. Hey, go ahead, Willie.
Hey, your show's never boring.
Yeah, Rob, I think,
well, if you don't have a good co-host,
that's debatable. That's debatable. Wow.
You got to have Bell on there for a good co-host. Bell needs to be on there if you want to get the rankings.
Hold on, Bell, watch.
Yeah, you went south.
Wow.
I mean, where's the shirtless wonder at? You know what I mean?
How do I make my chair bigger? I'm just.
No, Rob, I think adding these other people on here, like the cooks. I mean, when I first started watching it,
I can't get it back up. That's what she said. I'm sorry.
Hey, Bill, do not drop your seat, Bill. Do not drop your seat. You may never get back up, man. I'm just saying.
The Bill's not going to get back up.
If I drop mine, it ain't coming back up. It's done squatted out. I'm done.
I just raised the laptop.
Oh shit! There you go. Hold her down.
Smart. Bill's smart. He thinks smarter, not harder. All right, go ahead, Willie.
No, what I was saying earlier is, before, like when we went to the Royal, I think you had some guys on and I was very new at. That's right before we went to the Royal. I kind of started watching your show. And you had some guys from up there, and I listened very carefully. I mean, like I said, that's me. I kind of listen and kind of see what everybody's doing.
I did a series.
But I mean, for somebody like me that's new to this,
a vet and a newbie at that time. Go ahead. Sorry.
So, and it's the more like it's good for people like me that's new to this sport, and you listen and you have people on like that. That's KCBS, and it's totally different from what we're normally used to down here. And it's really good for like people like me that want to listen and learn, and you pick up a lot of stuff from those guys. And whenever you're going up there, and they pick up a lot of stuff from us, I believe, when we start talking about stuff, our cooks and how they're going and things like that, I think it's great. Kind of be more versatile between, KCBS, CBA, IBCA, everybody's different areas, things like that. Because, I mean, we all know we go to Houston, we cook, or we go to, go down to Mercedes. That's two totally different, and the judges are totally different. They're going to knock your ass for stupid shit in one place, and it's great in the other place.
Yeah, we're talking.
But I think it's great.
Very nice. Hey, Bill or Aaron, and Bell, I'm gonna let y'all co-host this real quick while I go pee. So ask Bill a question, and I'll be right back.
I got it. Bill Purvis, how you doing?
That's a big shocker that you have it, Aaron.
So, Bill, I want to know right now. I want to ask you a question. If you are a drum cook,
rib grind, that's my answer.
Yeah, that's it, 100%. Okay, so Bill puts 25 or 30 pounds of rib grind in his fire basket to cook his ribs. Okay, so Bill, you cook on drums, but you have offsets that you play with at the house, right? You have different smokers you play at the house.
Yeah,
but when you cook on, sir,
I got a bunch of smokers at the house.
Yeah. We all got a bunch of smokers at the house. So, Bill, when you compete and you cook on drums, mostly you have a Rec Tech 7. What do you have? The 590.
590.
590, man. It's a rib cooking thing. So, when you cook on drums, what do you like to do on your charcoal basket? How do you like to use your fire basket for your drum?
I fill it up with lump and I light it in the middle.
Fill it with lump. Just fill it up
with lump. Man, I fill it with lump and I light it in the middle. Use a little torch, and I'll play with a water pan inside there, and I'll move that water pan around. I'll move that brisket around. Sometimes it's over the water pan, sometimes it's not.
Yeah. Which, by the way, you can follow that on the barbecueleague.com.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times
barbecuechampsacademy.com.
No. Well, yes, yeah. I was gonna let Bill plug that. I was gonna let Bill plug that. That's Bill's plug.
Know your things.
I mean, there's some things. There's some things out there that just okay. But yeah, so Bill, you like to use straight lump. What kind of lump do you like to use, Bill?
Man, I use Royal Oak. Nothing but the
Royal
best.
Oak. My God.
I feel
My God, I tell you what.
Offended.
No, not offended at all. I'm setting him up. I'm giving him the plug. It's there.
It's there.
We know. We see orange bags all over his porch. I mean, you have to step over 20 to get to the one drum. He says, "Hey, Aaron, come inside."
And it was so cold, I was about to steal some of his charcoal because he had so much coming out of his trailer, and I was cold, and I didn't have anything to put in said solo stuff. So I'm just letting you know.
But
Bill,
that's why
missing. I'm gonna put
Royal
a
Oak
sticky note that says "Love Bill."
Royal Oak will heat up a solo stove.
Royal Oak will heat up a solo stove.
It damn sure will.
Aaron Leslie can heat up a solo stove. I'm just going to tell you right now, I can put a fire.
Aaron Leslie can heat up a drum too pretty quick, I think.
Vanessa Alexinus. Hey, Aaron, Carly is needing some cinnamon toast crunch.
He wants some painted. Well, I can't say that to Carly. That's it. That's not going to be right. But yeah.
I got a question. Is Willie coming to Marksville with me or what? Huh?
No, I got to find out in the morning.
Do you?
So, okay. Yep. I'm trying to get my.
Yeah, obviously Aaron Leslie won't be there. I wanted to go. To be honest with you, I really wanted to go.
I'm going to that.
I might, if I was to go to Marksville, I might have to detour. But
you can stop here, Aaron, and have some crawfish with us, and then go out there. Willie, I told you already, bring the wifey. Let's go. Come on. We got this.
When is that?
Crawfish happy hour tomorrow night.
So I heard there's a cook-off in Refugio. It's IBCA, so I thought about going to that.
Refugio?
Hold on, where's that at? Where's that at again, Aaron?
Refugio.
Say it again, Aaron.
Refugio.
Refugio, huh?
How you say it?
You're real close.
Right.
Refugio.
Wait, man, I'm real close.
It's Refugio.
Refugio.
There ain't a goddamn R in that son of a bitch's name. I'll tell you right now. It's a G. A G-I-O. You tell me, okay, I'll tell you what, I don't live in that town, so you tell me how to pronounce it, because you don't live in that town either.
Okay, well,
let's go.
Okay, AJ, is it a G or an R, AJ? Is it a G or an R? I want to know right now, is it a G or an R?
Thank you, Willie, because you know what? I really appreciate that, because really, this whole week I've been getting shit because we were gonna go, but then with all the weather and shit, I was like,
Aaron,
no, we're not gonna
go. Are you working? Do you want to come on? You want to come on, Mr. Second Place Brisket? You're welcome to come.
Come on, Aaron. Come on, AJ.
Get in there, AJ.
Come on. Tell
AJ's name is
okay. Okay, so I will say it's Refugio. From now on, I will say Refugio. But I'll tell you this. You say it how it's.
I think you got to roll the R's. I think you got to roll the R.
Y'all see
I know it's not burn it, darn it, because that's how you learn it. But I understand there's a word, but there's not nothing for Refugio. Okay? I'm just saying.
Y'all see
you
this?
Don't say Nexia either. It's Mahia.
Y'all see this?
Well, okay, that's fine.
Then there's a damn X.
Y'all see this headphone real quick?
I see your CIA kind of setup. What do you got?
You see that's missing?
Where's it at?
Okay.
It's
in my fucking ear. It's fucking plugged and I can't get it out right now.
Well, it's time to go to the hospital, Rob.
I'll tell you what. Screwdriver.
Leave the show and we'll take over from here.
Get out of this
there you go, Bill. I like it.
Magnetic screwdriver.
Okay, so if I get lucky in the morning, I'm going to Refugio. You hear that?
Wait.
I said it right.
What do you mean if you get lucky? You're gonna go home? You're gonna go knock on the wife's door or what?
No, I'm saying if I get lucky in the morning about 7 o'clock, I'm gonna leave for Refugio.
I thought
Hey
you
guys,
were gonna, leave us and go knock on the white
knock on the white store. All right, wow.
You guys, I have a lot going on in my life right now.
Being as the only girl on this show, I'm just gonna tell you, wow.
I mean, I will say this, guys. My dad has been very ill for the last week, and if he makes it, I didn't know he was going to make it past Sunday when I got in from San Antonio, and I hoped he did. I sat with him Monday. I talked to him. I whispered in his ear, and I gave him, "I'm proud of you," and he gave me, "I'm proud of you, son." But if my dad passes away, I will not go. But if he's stubborn. He's hanging on. He's doing his thing, and I want him to be the guy that he is. Okay, my daughter, my youngest baby girl, is like right now a week or two away from having my grandbaby Charlotte. So if I was to leave, a lot of things can happen, and if I stay, nothing can happen. Does that make sense? So I'm like, I want to go compete. At the same time, I want to stay here and be with my family, and so that's why I'm kind of torn. So if I get lucky in the morning, I may just load the trailer up and take off and go south and go compete in Refugio. We'll see.
Well, prayers for your dad, Aaron. So
I appreciate it. My dad is stubborn. He is 73 years old, and he doesn't like taking orders from nobody. So I told him to take care of his business and do his thing, go see his mom, and he told me, yeah, I'll do what I want to do when I want to do it, kind of thing. So that's him,
Hey,
so it's just good.
Prayers up for your dad, man. I'm sure he's gonna pull through, man. Sounds like a stubborn guy. 73 is too young to go, man. So he's got more years ahead of him, man. AJ Garza says prayers. Martin Ty Cobb, prayers for your father. Congratulations on being a grandfather.
Yeah, I've got 5 grandbabies, one on the way. I'm 47 years old.
Holy moly, you're older than I am.
Yeah. And you got more gray than I do.
And I'm 50. Hey, you got how many grandbabies?
So we have 5 grandbabies and one on the way. Be here next week.
You have 5 grandbabies. I have a 12-year-old. You're older than I am. Just saying.
So we started young. We did start young. Leanne was 14 when Courtney was born, 16 when Kenzie was born, and 19 when Maddie was born. So, yeah, we have a great family. We've been together for 30 years. And I tell you, I've got 3 wonderful, wonderful girls that if I told you at the age of 7 to 11 that they would be this good, I would have lied to you because they were hell. They were demons. They were the devil. They were wrong, and I was right. But now they're right and I was wrong. So they're awesome women, and I appreciate them at every step of the way because they're about as good as kids can get.
Willie, how old are you, Willie?
30.
No, bullshit.
Your ass ain't no 30 years
You
old.
lie. You fucking lie.
You older than me, Willie. Come on.
You full of shit.
I don't know. I think I'm around 40 something, maybe 40 years old.
40, you don't know.
40. I think I'm 46. So yeah.
46.
Hey,
you don't look a day over 47, my man. You're looking good, bro.
Don't grow a beard, man. Don't grow a beard. It make it look good.
All right, Bill, your turn.
52.
Woo!
And how many grandbabies do you have?
2. I have 1 grandbaby. 1 grandbaby.
1?
I have 2 girls and 1 grandbaby. So.
Yes, sir.
Which,
I don't have any.
My girl's grown. It makes it easy for me to cook just about every weekend.
I am
5.
And that's what makes it easy for me.
Yeah.
5-0 and no grandbabies. I have a 12-year-old son.
I am 43 and I am about to be a grandma.
43, a baby in the
You
cradle.
gonna be a grandma?
Yeah.
Grandma.
Blair,
When's the
Logan
baby
and
born?
Blair,
When's the baby born? When's the due date?
July. The end of July.
July. Okay, that's when you become officially older than me, young lady.
So
My hair still ain't as gray as yours, though.
So I would say, if I'm willing to bet,
And
if
that's
I'm willing to
gonna be a
bet,
Clark baby. So my son, this kid is gonna be a hellion, because then I'm his grandma, and oh god, he's gonna be spoiled as shit.
All right. Hey,
so if I'm willing to bet,
real quick, Aaron, Ty Cobb is putting in the comments. Hey, why don't y'all all do it right now? 48 years
there you
old,
go.
one grandbaby. Jared McCrory, he's probably 30. Would just had a baby. Aaron, you selling any baby?
Hey,
onesies?
I've got them. I already have them. We printed 5 onesies. We made 5 onesies, but we have 12 out there. So if you want a onesie, you holler at me. I got you.
AJ Garza, I think
I want a onesie for my baby.
I got you. I think AJ's 36 and 37.
He looks about 40. He looks about 47, 48. But I'm just. It's just me. It may be the alcohol talking when I see him at a cook-off, but maybe the lighting. I don't know.
I don't think he's that old. I don't think Jared is 34.
I was gonna say Jared is young.
Barbecue store, Dustin. I don't think that's Julie. I think
51 grandbaby.
51
that's
grandbaby.
Dustin, and Dustin will claim to mine too. Honestly, watch.
Jeff Dennison is 40. He'll be 41 next week. Jaime Balderas is 45 with a 12-year-old.
There you go, Jaime.
Oh,
happy birthday, Jaime.
Killing it. Damn, you're not 21. Bullshit. Yeah. You are not 21 years old. AJ, which is his name is Aaron, by the way.
You know what?
I think it's Aaron. I think it's Aaron Jebediah is his name.
Aaron.
Aaron Jebediah.
Come on. Let's get this right. It's Aaron.
Oh,
well, that's what Rob says about you.
Yeah,
I said
Aaron.
I said it. We were celebrating on stage, and I said, "Hey, Aaron, how do you feel?" And he was like, he gave me the biggest bear hug.
I got a banner.
The greatest video was I was filming Bill, and Bill. You probably know more than I do because you probably watched it more. What did you say to him?
I said, man, get the fuck in here. We just want to this motherfucker. Get in here on the
picture.
We
just want to this
We just want to this motherfucker. And I tell you, Bill and I, we are slender folks. Okay? Yeah. We are some pretty slender folks. And if you watch the video,
are you talking, sir?
You're small.
We got as close can get. We're still like 2 foot away. I mean, it's just, but that's okay because we shared the stage at the largest Texas cook-off for the first time ever.
I was yelling, Aaron, where the fuck is Aaron at? I can't find him.
He's like, hey, where the fuck is Aaron? I'm like, I'm over there, doing this, doing that.
Taking pictures and, signing autographs. Get the fuck over here. Let's get in this picture.
Kissing babies, I mean, I got to do that kind of thing,
And Chuck's walking around. Hey, Chuck, get your ass in here too. Shit. Come on.
Chuck was more floating if I was saying that.
Kids of 21 and 14, no grandbabies. Well, that's good.
It's coming, Vanessa. Sooner or later.
I'm telling you, it's coming. Whether you like it or not, it's gonna show up. So the one thing that I can say is that grandbabies come whether you want them to or not, and when they show up, you don't know how you're gonna act. You don't know how you're gonna act. You're gonna be like,
"That's fair."
Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Or you're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, I just don't know what I'm gonna do." So when I saw Coven, he's my oldest grandson. And I saw him at the hospital. I was a consultant and a drilling superintendent for one of the largest oil companies in Texas. And so I'm sitting here and I've been a year. I've been at the field. Me and Bill talked about this in the past, but I worked a year solid at 2012, 13.
15-year-old. Look at this guy. 15 years old.
Big boy. I worked a year straight. And I was at the rig for a year. I'd come home, we moved the rig, I go right back the next morning. And when Coven was born, I held him, we do our thing, and I'm like, this is it. I'm going to be a grandfather, and the next thing I know, I'm telling you, I blinked an eye and maybe did a few more hitches, and I got 5 more. I don't know where they come from. They just showed up. They just all showed up at one time. So being a grandfather and a grandparent and a grandmother, it's great because you can load them up, get them sugar high, send them home to your family, your kids.
All right, real quick. I'm going to share this video and I'm going to fast forward it. Hey, Bill, do you have the edited video you can send me on Messenger?
Yeah.
Hey, can
Send
you
that
put
to me
up
on
that
Messenger and I'll
picture?
share it. I
Can
will
you
share
put that picture of Rob? Can you put that picture up of you and Aaron?
Was that on? Where was that from?
It's on Messenger.
It's at the camp, baby. You know what I'm talking
did
about.
You send it to me on
I
Messenger?
sent it to you on Messenger.
It's the one you get a stiff leg in the back.
It's probably something that I kind of like skimmed over because it was like whatever.
Skimmed over? Why would you skim something like
that?
that?
Because it's like I got Aaron trying to hump me from behind.
No, man, I just put a leg in there, man. I just put a leg in there. You know? Come on. I was doing Captain Morgan. That's all I was doing. A pose. It was a pose. I can't help the fact that you were going like 3 foot forward, 3 foot back. I can't help the fact, you know. I mean, I do have a big shoe.
I will share this. All right, here we go.
I want to see your expression, Rob.
All right, this is what happens at Willie's camp. I don't go there very often, right here. Now, I mean, you know, if you were to have a live video, but Rob's like, Aaron, quit. I'm like, quit what? I just kept throwing that leg. I'm done Captain Morgan, man. It's Captain Morgan. Why are you so serious right there, Aaron?
Because you understand, you know how much pain I'm in. I sacrificed pain to do that one shot video.
I was gonna say, how much did that take from you? Because you were like,
I love that little guy.
I probably smoked a lot of weed to do that right there. I'm just telling you.
Look at that little guy's awesome. That's so great. That's so great.
Now, how the hell do you get 4 of them buckles?
I earned them buckles, biatch. Look at this guy.
Hey,
who you saying motherfucker to, girl?
I sent you the bite mark. Now, he has the gator, little 2 foot some bitch, and I sent you the bite mark.
Yes, I got the bite mark.
He's like, yeah, he bit me right here.
Oh, Jesus.
He goes, we were throwing it back and forth between the boats. And he bit me.
You weren't even on the fucking boat because
I wasn't.
Bill went next door.
Because I'm going to tell you what.
Thank God we just sent that fucking boat.
You sent it, Bill?
Me and Bill were smart. Bill and I don't want to sink.
No, I didn't get in that damn boat. There ain't no way.
We ain't getting no goddamn boat. And we ate some badass boudin balls and fried chicken.
There's no way. You know?
No, so they said we're going next door. And I was like, well, I'm going with you because I'm not getting in this fucking boat with these big old dudes either. And so me and Blaze went next door too. And then we played the foosball and the darts.
Right, but Bill, but I'm going to say this. Bill and I had some damn good fried chicken and some boudin balls. I mean, I don't know. We had like 21 boudin balls at Paisanos that night. I mean, it's like it was phenomenal.
I don't know. I wrote all over the walls of the fucking bar.
We played pool. We played table soccer. We played some darts. I mean, shit, we had a good time.
Yeah.
All right. So I got a cool video. I got a cool video, and I was very happy.
I couldn't beat Aaron.
To be able to record this for you guys because I was recording. Obviously, I recorded my wife's reaction, who just happened. We hit first place, which was not.
Way to go, Rob. Third place ribs. First place ribs. Third place overall. Great
Who thinks they're going to hit first? But I kept recording, and Aaron, I felt exactly like you when second place came around, and I didn't get a call because I really felt great about my ribs, and I was just like, this fucking sucks. I'm going to still record. And I was like, just hoping. And Aaron, you kind of said something that I do when the tickets are there. Maybe all of us do it. I don't know. Y'all tell me. But when it's a ticket thing, obviously we do a lot of CBAs to where our music's played. So we don't have tickets anymore. But when you have a ticket and it says, the first 3 letters or numbers are 214, which was my numbers. And then my mouth 1, 4, and I happen to know the number now because I've seen the video many times, but 214, and I'm like 1, 4, 6. And so when they called it, he was saying the same thing. I thought it was my number, But of course, you don't want to be that jackass that celebrates too early, right?
Don't be that guy.
I waited for Diane. That's when you saw that early. I played that video earlier today. But Bill, you had a great video, and I was very happy to be able to record that and share that with you guys. And it has Aaron and Bill Purvis in this video. Y'all take a look. Here we go.
There he is. Are you doing a drone or what?
Oh, real quick. No, that's me holding up a big ass deal.
So I will say this. Halfway through the crowd, I realized I could have made a mistake. I mean, I've already bulldozed 50 or 60 people, right? I'm like, oh, wait, you dumbass. Did you double check your ticket? So I stopped. I'm at the train car, right, where the people are standing on top. I lift it up, and I look at the screen. I'm like, 214138. Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. Boom. And I just kept going. I didn't miss a lick, but I thought to myself, Aaron, if you get up there and you show them the wrong ticket, how embarrassing will be for you? So I stopped before the other half saw me go through the crowd. You know what I mean? So, yes.
All right, here we go. 1 minute, 44 seconds of greatness. Y'all ready? Here we go.
There he is.
Bill needs to get up here.
Hold on, let me get this guy right quick.
Hey, it's GC on a Saturday.
GC on a Sunday or Saturday.
Good job, Leslie. Good job, brother.
Me and you, baby. Me and you, baby.
Oh, shit. Congrats. I'll buy you a new hat. Let's throw that son of a bitch. I mean, throw it high, Get up here, baby. Come on. Fucking 1-2 this motherfucker. Get in here. Chuck, get in here. Get in here, Chuck. Yeah. Woo! I love you now. Right here.
So, Bill, what were you thinking, man? How was that feeling, man? Walking up from the back of the, where you were sitting, walking through, getting all the hugs. Because when they announced it, by the time that video started, there had already been like 2 or 3 minutes of you hugging and walking up, right? So,
yeah.
Talk about that moment, man.
I mean, it was kind of, even my wife said it. She likes it better when you don't know, Once Aaron got first place brisket, I pretty much knew that, man, I had enough points to win it, so.
Which is how you used to feel a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't like sitting at awards and they're calling out, they got 3 places left and you're like, oh shit, man. I think my cook was good, because you get a couple of walks and maybe not walking something else to where, the 8th place at the Royal with no calls was just, man, it was just a wave of emotions where this was, when I got that brisket call, I was like, oh shit, man.
You knew it.
Man, we're in really good shape here with 2 calls. And I got up there and then AJ Garza was taking 2nd place brisket. So I knew he didn't have any other calls. So I was like, man, there's only one position that could hurt me. I knew you could get me, Rob, if you had a first brisket. Jeremy could get me. Mateus could get me. There were several people that could get a first. I mean, Kit Polk had a 4th place rib. If he got first place brisket, he would have won it, Right. So there was a number of cooks, and halfway walking back, I heard them say, because I was up there when they were taking pictures of me when AJ got up there. So I congratulated AJ. So I was up there when he was up there, giving him his ticket number. But halfway back, I heard that it was Aaron, and for first brisket. And of course, everybody from my camp are like, "Oh, you just GC'd it. You just GC'd it." And I went and said, "Man, I'm gonna go sit in my chair and wait for him to call my name."
Some of those guys in your camp are smart.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. So my wife, made a comment like, "Man, I kind of like it better when you don't know it's coming." I mean, when I GC'd Humble a couple of years ago, I only had 2 calls. I had a second rib and a fifth pork, and Phil was right next to me, and they're going through the top 10, and they got down to like third. And he's like, "Man, was your chicken good? Was your brisket good?" I'm like, "Man, I felt good about it." He goes, "Man, I think you got it. I think you got it." But you just don't know until they actually call it out, which, I kind of prefer that better of not
I do
knowing.
too. Cumulative scoring, even though you hit third brisket and Aaron hit first brisket, I hit first rib. I could have had 200 points. You could have had 193, and it would have trumped that. Yeah, it's different. Hey, I don't know if you. I sent you a text today, and I just realized it today that my whole Achilles heel this year has been brisket. That's 2 years now, and I happened to hit semis, so I was that close. I was either 21st place or 36th place, at least 36th place.
When I replied back and I said, "Congrats on 21st place."
Yeah, there you go. All right, there we go. Hey, congrats on 21st. So I was that close, Billy, and it was cool. It was cool, and I heard on the other show you were not rooting for me, and rightfully so.
Man, I heard I was 20. I was 20th rib. I
I was rooting for Aaron to get first place brisket. Man, I wanted Aaron to get first place brisket.
Aaron, I think all of us, Willie included. Where's Willie? Is Willie even awake right now? There he is. Yeah,
Willie is so bored.
No, fuck Aaron. Fuck Aaron.
Let's bring us all back
on. Bored.
Let's bring us all back on. Hey, but Aaron, speaking for me, myself, and I, when you got that first place call, man, I was so fucking proud of you. I was so happy for you. And I know you and I have talked. It hasn't been like,
and I'll tell you this too, Aaron,
real quick. Let me finish real quick, Bill. It hasn't been like an Aaron Leslie season or even last.
Not this year. Not this year.
Yeah, and hearing now that you're having family things in your thoughts, in your minds that you're dealing with right now.
I appreciate
for you to get that call, man. I was so happy for you that moment, and to see your reaction and to hear the story about you slamming that beer, and I'm sure you just let out a lot of emotion at that one moment, man. It was pretty cool to hear.
I'll let Bill go first, and I want to counteract that just for a second. So
I talked a lot last year with Aaron because obviously we cooked it last year. Aaron came into my trailer and he tried my rib last year, and he said, "Man, every time I get texture like that, Bill, I walk. That's a great rib, and." Yeah, we were kind of, talking. And he said, "Man, I've been here 4 years. I ain't got a banner yet." And I was like, "Oh shit, man." So anyway, we go through awards, and I ended up getting a second place brisket and walked away with a banner. And Aaron didn't get shit. And so this year I was like, "Shit, man!" And I think Manuel's cooked it 4 or 5 times, and he hasn't gotten a banner. There's quite a few cooks that have cooked it, and even me and Rob have talked about it. Last year was our first year, and we felt real fortunate to get banners. And that was the whole thing this weekend. But when I heard you got first place brisket, man, my first thought was, "Fuck yeah, Aaron's got him a fucking banner." It didn't really register right away that I just GC'd it. My first thought was, "Fuck yeah, Aaron's walking away with a fucking banner this year." And to boot,
because you were more like my friend just did well.
Yeah. And I was and to boot, it's first place brisket too. It ain't no punk of a banner. You know what I mean?
And I think the same thing on my part is I just got a first place banner. I mean, I told Bill, I told Rob, I told anyone who asked me, I got a banner. It wasn't that I just got reserved grand.
Right.
I just got a banner. That's all I cared about. I mean, we as barbecue cooks, and anyone who talks to me, I'll tell you the same story. We have bucket lists. We want to go to the Royal. We want to walk in the Royal. We want to go to the Jack. We want to go to Houston. We want to win the rodeo. We want to win the American Royal. You can put a list in everybody's category of what you want to do. My first year, at the American Royal, I took a 5th place rib. I was a 199.5. I was a half a point off from a 180 with Travis Clark. Okay, that sealed the deal. I was hooked. I didn't go back till 2 years ago, and I got a 6th place rib in the Open. I mean, so I'm okay. I've gone twice. I've got a ribbon. This is great. I want to go to the Royal. I want to go to Jack. I want to qualify. I want to do all these things. So all my friends that I consider friends, guys that I can call up today and talk to me for an hour tonight, those are the guys that are my friends. So when you look at this kind of thing and you say, okay, what can you do? I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. What can you help me with? Can you help me do something? Or can we do something else? Or can we do something else? They're like, you know what, man, this is what I do. I mean, I just send it. That's it. It's up to the judges. So I think at the end of the day, when you go as long as you go without getting something in return, you get discouraged. And then all of a sudden, that one thing that you just wanted so much to happen happens. You're like, okay, I feel better. I'll go back. Now, next year none of us may ever get a walk. But if I look at repetition tells me AJ Garza, he's doing pretty good in brisket. He's walked twice. Bill Purvis, he's walked twice. Aaron Leslie, I might not walk, but you know what? I may walk again next year. I don't know, but we're gonna throw it the same thing at them. We're gonna see what happens. So, when we're all said and done, we support each other, and I appreciate the fact that people said, I'm glad that Aaron got a call, and I'm glad that it happened to me, and I'm glad it happened to Bill, because there's only 2 guys I know have ever reserved and granted the San Antonio Road. That's Bill Purvis and J.D. Henley, and 2 top-notch cooks in my book. So if you can look across the trailer and see Bill staring at you through his wing of his trailer, and he'd look at your box like, oh, you know, what do you think, baby? You know, I mean, you're if you can do that, then you're pretty tight, you know. And if you can walk and talk and taste and talk, you know, recipes, whatever it is, then I'm happy. So, you know, I can't explain the momentum and the excitement that we had, but I can tell you that at the end of the day, it still takes a few weeks or a month to soak in that you just did what you did.
Well, I'll tell you this too, leading into, I thought, man, I got lucky last year. I reserved this bitch. You know what I mean? Man, I felt like I just got not that my food was bad. I felt like my food was good, but man, I know all these cooks there, and there's a bunch of great cooks there, and it's easy to go from 2nd place to 15th place, and, they're not going to call it out. You're not going to get points. So, man, I was just like, man, I hope I get another banner. And I think me and you, Rob, talked about it last year. CBA cooks did pretty good, man. I don't know this year, we'll see what's going to happen. So when I got that 5th place rib, man, I shot up out of my chair, and it was like, man, the monkey's off my back. I have a banner this year.
Put it in the box, AJ.
And I'm freaking happy that I got a 5th place rib. I was probably more excited about that 5th place rib than I was the 3rd brisket, just because, man, I really thought that, man, I may go home empty-handed. And, man, my weekend was complete. I was walking back with that rib banner. I was like, man, my weekend's complete. I don't give a shit what happens. And, I sat down and they started brisket. And I said, well, babe, we cooked a really good brisket. We'll see what happens. I liked the brisket. I thought it was great. So, but that don't mean anything. I cooked a lot of good food that hadn't walked, Hey,
Bill, so. I got a question for you. As an accomplished cook, right? You've been all over the country doing this thing. You've had some very good successes. And I remember you when you started, right? You were with Phil at Humble Rodeo not that long ago, 3-4 years ago, on a drum, not knowing anything. And we've talked about this, and people may want to hear this, that you probably thought I was this bad motherfucker because the first contest you come out to judge, I GC'd this motherfucker, right? Mm-hmm. And so, but watching your story, because I've seen you from the very, very beginning and how you dove in head first and how you just kind of immersed yourself in this barbecue lifestyle. And then you studied from some of the greats that are in Texas right now, Fred Phil, some of these things. But hearing your story, and now, people, obviously, I've been to Buc-ee's with Bill, and Bill's like a celebrity. This guy has been on TV now. I mean, Bill, talk about this meteoric rise from this guy that I knew that brought a drum smoker with Fong at the Humble Rodeo probably 4 years ago, to now being on TV, to now having rubs, to now being a local celebrity. Not even local, you're a national. People,
it's way national. It's so bullshit.
But how cool is that, bro?
I will say this before Bill answers this. Before Bill answers, I want to say this. In 2019, we're at Chupacabra Throwdown. I'm walking back to my trailer, and Bill is walking around. Now, he's got his pants on. They're cuffed up. Okay, they're not high waters. He's rolled them up. He got his Crocs on, and Bill is walking to the far
Crocs
back.
and socks.
He's walking to the far back. He's back there in the very back. And I see Bill, and he's like, hey, man.
He wears Crocs and socks.
He goes, I said, hey, Bill, what are you doing? He goes, no, man. He said, I'm just trying to be like you, baby. I'm just trying to I've been trying to top dog like you. I'm like, I ain't no top dog. That weekend, I hit a second brisket. It flipped my lid, But Bill, that was the first cook-off I really got to talk to Bill Purvis.
Man, we had plenty of time, too, because I didn't walk in anything,
Yeah, so. But I'm going to say it. Bill was in the back. He was back there by the fire. Remember the fire, Bill? Way back there by the fire pit? I mean, he's way back there. And I'm like, who is this? I mean, I know Bill, on Facebook and stuff, but who is Bill? So the next time I met Bill was at Fred's class.
Mm-hmm.
And we took Fred Robus's class there at the store, and I'm like, man, what is, Fred's right there, Bill's doing his thing. And all of a sudden, you hear Bill's name more. After that class, like Bill's name more. And all of a sudden, it's like chicken fried barbecue. I was like, he's at the class. He was at Chupacabra Throwdown. Bill might be something going on, All of a sudden, you hear Bill Purvis. And we go over there and then we start doing the KCBS stuff. And then Bill gets his first reserve grant, right? At help me out, Bill. Bedford Blues.
Bedford Blues, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got your first. Yeah. I was like, damn, man, we was in Fred's class together, and then all of a sudden, Bill was here and there, and I'm like,
that reserve grant was before Fred's.
Willie, are we here?
It was. Was it before Fred's class? Okay,
was, yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all
so
good.
we do a lot of cook-offs, and I'm like, man, this guy's got something going on. He's got his Crocs and socks, rolled his pants up. He got his britches going through the water and the mud. Man, this guy's
Are we here, bro?
What do you mean here, bro?
Nothing.
Come on.
You're good.
God, I can hear you talking. So, that's before Bill starts talking about his history and what he's got. I remember the first time I met Bill Purvis was at Chupacabra Throwdown 2019 in the dark, getting his boxes.
It's only 10:30, by the way. All right, Bill.
The first time I met Bill is when he called to ask to borrow my truck.
Bullshit.
I'm not lying. He pulled in my driveway, and I was like, he's like, well, Tom said I could borrow your truck. And I'm like, he is aware that it's my fucking truck. And he's like,
what you really meant was Tom meant like a bucket truck, right? Like for oil field shit.
Yeah, I'm only taking it to Oklahoma,
No, because he would rent the fucking vans or whatever and put his fucking drums in there. And he's like, well, this ain't gonna work. I need a fucking truck. And anyway, that was our right. And then I asked you in the fucking driveway of my house, and I said, so I guess we're people now, and I can ask you questions. He's like, you can ask me whatever you want. That was our first thing.
Yeah.
All right, Bill.
Man, I forgot the question, but man, I don't feel any more famous than I did a year ago or 2 years ago. It just feels normal, So And I think all the famous is bleeping off. I mean, Willie keeps jacking with me about a signature on his trailer, so.
He never has asked me for a signature on his trailer, Bill. I mean, you're pretty special still,
Willie, you need to bring the fucking paint pens so that people can sign the side of your trailer.
He'll be like the Reagan of barbecue. Instead of putting the trophies and the signatures and the signage on there, Willie will have the signatures on there.
I like it. I like it better. All right, Willie, let's do it.
Yeah, so it's just I feel just as normal as I did back then, Rob. So
why can we not hear him?
I can hear him. Hey, Willie. Willie's muted. Willie's muted. You're muted.
Unmute that shit, Willie.
Uh-oh. You're muted,
Don't
Willie.
touch my Willie.
Sorry, my AirPods are going dead.
There you go. All right. Willie. So what do you think about that story from Bill? Because you've kind of immersed yourself as well. You've dove in head. Bill.
I got it there.
Yeah. That guy. You've dove in head first yourself. I mean, you've kind of taken over.
Are you
kind of the same? You're going down the same route that Bill did.
I'm just trying to be like Bill.
I mean,
I'm following in Bill's footsteps. I might make that next step in about 5 or 10 years, but I'll maybe.
He's so full of shit.
Bill hasn't even been in 5-10 years. I think
we got to get you away from Robert Smith's camp. If we get you away from Robert Smith, you'll be all right. I'm just fucking. I'm a boy, Robert, man. I'm just fucking with you. You know that. Robert, please don't kick me out. Please don't kick me out.
Bell, those are some nice trophies behind you.
No, yeah, Bell ain't no bullshit.
Well, Willie, you drink Coors Light. I mean, we got to stop that. We got to get some real beer going on, some Miller Lite.
Thanks, Ty.
I mean, come on, Willie. Got to help the guy out here.
These ones up here are Robert Smith ones.
Can we go around the room real quick? And I want y'all to think about this before I put y'all on the spot. But my question I'm going to ask each of you is, what is your most memorable walk at this moment in your barbecue career? So we're all in different stages, right? We're all in different stages of our barbecue career. But I'm going to ask each and every one of you here in just a minute, what is your largest or most memorable or biggest walk in your mind right now? But for those that are still watching,
is that ice in your beer?
This after show.
Come on, son of a bitch.
I'll go first. San Antonio Rodeo.
This after
Why
show.
are you gonna bust my chops? Really?
I'll go first. Last year's San Antonio Rodeo is the RGC is the most memorable one.
That's your most memorable? It trumps your GC this year, Bill?
They're both hand in hand for sure. So,
all right, we'll go to Willie at this moment.
Well, I would say San Antonio, but it's not. I mean, I haven't GC'd or RGC'd anything. Y'all know that.
Yes.
But, I mean, I would say the CBA World Championship, just because of the people, the caliber of cooks that were there.
Right.
That's probably my favorite. It's right there. So, yeah. And the thing a while ago, I was busting Bill's balls a while ago about trying to be like him. But I mean, Bill's the most down to earth person, the easy person to talk to, and that's one guy that I will always enjoy cooking around or doing, helping out, or I can help him. He can help me.
Fuck off, Willie.
Willie helped me with my brisket this weekend. Yeah. So Willie gave me a couple of tips on brisket that I used. I won't say what it is, but Willie did.
I'm a little upset because I probably cooked with Willie about 6 times now.
Yeah.
Well, I asked about pork, and Rob just turns around and walks out the back of his damn trailer.
I've asked Rob about.
You ain't wrong.
I've asked Rob about ribs. He gives me the whole Diane Rocha makes the fucking rib injection, makes rib wrap and shit.
Yeah.
And he does all that stuff. But yet Aaron tells him a brisket recipe. Robert Rocha has the full brisket recipe at his disposal, and I give him one, and then he goes like, Well, Diane, she does my ribs and she makes my injection. I get the whole bullshit answer. Okay, fuck off, Rob. Yeah.
You have my chicken recipe as well, Aaron.
I do not have your chicken recipe as well,
Yes,
Rob, because you
Yes,
said
you do.
Diane makes the injections. I just cook it.
Oh, wow.
Diane sent me them all, Aaron, if you want them. I mean, Rob.
Well, if we got a backdoor Robert Rocha, then we have the backdoor Robert Rocha.
Oh, my.
Never say those words in sequential order again.
Wow. If we got a backdoor Robert Rocha.
Bell, stop.
Sir.
Do not say
I'm
that.
I'm
Do
laughing.
not repeat those words
Bell, what did
in
you do?
sequential order again.
I don't know what to tell you about.
No one's backdooring Robert Rocha.
We're going down the wrong road here, guys.
It was already said.
What the hell's wrong with you people?
Where's the little guy at, Rob?
Rob, I have known you a long fucking time.
Where's the little guy
Nobody's
at? With all the
backdooring
buckles?
you, buddy.
There he is.
There you go.
That's my little buddy right there. He keeps popping up, Don't know where he got all these buckles
he's
from,
like
but
right
somebody.
in front of, like the bullet. Look, the bullet is.
Somebody gave Rob a bunch of buckles and he took a photo with it. That's what I was gonna say.
That's a good photo. You want to see? You want to see the full?
I bet he got them from
That's
Bill.
a good photo.
Bam!
Now you're gonna cover me.
What am I doing? What did you say? Now I'm covering
Great job, buddy.
Hey,
You
Bill,
were
those
saying-
are nice
Now I'm
buckles you let him
covering
borrow.
you. No.
We're so proud of you, sweetheart.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Again,
roll. Look at
again,
that eye roll.
again.
I like it.
All right, Bill. What's your most memorable cook-off that you wanted, or that
Wait,
you
would you
got
say
to call
that in
it?
English, please?
Look,
I
I
would
just
say-
tried, but I'm just doing the best I
No,
can.
I got
Okay,
you.
goddamn.
It's fine.
I mean, I understood, but in English.
Fuck off, Rob.
Spit it out, Bill.
I'm sorry, Bill. Please ignore my friend down here in the lower right-hand corner.
No,
and
he's
just
gonna put his person back up in
Bam. There he
No,
is.
I think literally my most memorable cook-off was not about a grand or any of that. I mean, it was a grand, but it was last year when one of my best friends passed away, and we were going to a CBA cook-off, and there wasn't enough teams. It was like at some VFW in the middle of fucking nowhere. And I called Robert Smith and I was like, where are you cooking? Because I knew he was around there somewhere. And we went to this fucking backyard cook-off. And like I said, we were going to said cook-off, and my friend had passed away like at that time. And then we went to that cook-off, and because I was like, well, I don't, I'm not going home because it's not enough time for them to get anything done and things like that. And so I got a first chicken, a first rib. Those were my first buckles, and they're up there. And then I won grand, but it literally says average winner on the fucking grand champion buckle. Because it was mocked. Yeah, because it was mocked after a rodeo. Because when you're first in this and you're in different categories, then it's not your grand. You were the grand champion of chicken, you were the grand champion of ribs, and then you were the overall winner. So you were the average winner. And literally I thought, and I looked at that buckle and I thought of him and I thought, all right, well, I wasn't average today, but this was so ironic because my friend was such a smart ass that would be the shit he would say. And that was...
I like that.
And I will never, no matter how many buckles I win, I will never change that buckle. That is the one I wear every weekend. Is fucking average winner because I was just average.
That's a hell of a story.
I like that story.
Hell of a story.
That's cool. That's a cool. You put meaning behind that. That's pretty cool. I like that. Belle, are you at Houston? I know we kind of talked about everybody what their plans
Yeah,
are.
I mean, I'm gonna go. I was trying to avoid going because it's not my favorite. It's a fucking shit show. It's a bitch. I mean, it is not my favorite, but my bestie is there, and I'm gonna have to go and be supportive. So.
All right, Willie. Plans for Houston. We're gonna wrap this up. I'm sorry, guys.
I got to go to bed. I got to get up early and head to Marksville.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
You got. I got to go to bed and go to work, and then I got to go to eat crawfish, Billy. In your backyard, Bill. By the way.
I know, and if I wasn't going to Marksville, I would be there because that crawfish is delicious.
It's legit. All right, Willie. Thanks for joining the show. Thanks for being the star host or star guest.
Guest of honor.
Guest of honor on the So Smokin Gooder show.
I know. Bless his heart. He was so bored half this show. Poor guy.
Was
everybody got to tell
the actual show. Not the actual show.
He's like falling asleep.
I know,
like
but
a chump.
Actual
show. Everybody got to put their most famous cook-off, what their best event was, and I don't even get to do that shit. Man, that's fucking,
no.
That's
he was
bullshit.
showcased. He was showcased on the actual show. Hey, but
Willie,
no. Aaron's right. He didn't get to say his.
I didn't get to speak my piece. Oh, now I can speak my piece. I can speak my piece now. That's
I'm
okay.
sorry, mine was so
Fuck
good
off, Rob.
you can't follow it.
That's okay.
Speak your piece.
All right, go.
Speak your piece.
Go, Aaron.
No, I won't tell you with nobody. You know, I mean, I'll tell you what. My most memorable cook-off up until 2019 was when I hat-tricked 30 teams. But when I went to the American Royal and I got a 5th place rib, I was a half a point away from beating Travis Clark. You cannot take that ribbon out of my hands. You can't take it off my wall. You can't take it out of my house. That moment was my moment. So I got to say it because Rob wasn't going to give it to me, and Bill stood up for me. Fuck off, Rob.
See, this is what makes a good co-host.
I'm telling you, she is co-hosting your ass off right now. She's making you look good, motherfucker.
She has better hair than I do. Just saying.
But I will say this:
kind of amazing.
If my wings were somewhere around y'all's camp right now, y'all be eating them motherfuckers. You wouldn't give a shit anyway.
Okay.
You better. Well, you got.
I'm kind of hungry. I would eat.
Are you a ranch guy or a blue cheese guy, Aaron?
You eat my wings. You don't eat neither.
Oh,
damn!
Wow!
Damn!
Wow! It's like that.
But if I did,
I'm a ranch guy. I'm a ranch guy.
Belle, are you a ranch girl or
I am a ranch girl. Absolutely. Blue cheese.
I'm a Texas old
guy or a blue cheese guy.
Ranch.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Purr, he likes that ranch.
Ranch or blue cheese?
Neither one. I like them. They got to taste good. I don't like.
Now that's the question, motherfucker. It was ranch or blue cheese.
Pick a fucking blue cheese. Pick one. Nobody said fucking.
On my salad.
Nobody said fucking.
You need to say something. Ranch or blue cheese?
Ranch.
Hey, what is it? Is it garlic pesto? God. Is it garlic pesto, Willie, on the pizza? What is it? What's that sauce you put on there? I mean, come on, now spill it out.
I can't tell.
What the hell are you doing, Aaron?
I can't tell you on that one.
Willie waits for me to make the chicken, and then that's what he puts on his pizza.
Some stuffed ass chicken with some ranch.
It does have ranch.
I like it.
Yeah. Good shit, though. That damn pizza was that thick when we got done with it.
It was the best.
Some bitch was good.
Ask Bill.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, go ahead, Rob.
I'm out of here, boys.
End your show, Rob. Go ahead. Put us in the grave.
Leaving the studio.
All right, no. Hey, Bill, Bill, you're not leaving yet. We're gonna wrap this show up, and then you can leave. Hey, I just want to say thank you. Hold on, where am I at? There's Belle. That's not me. Real quick, let me give a shout out to Willie Richards from K&R Pipeline Services for coming on the show. The original show, you were the guest host. You were not the guest host. You were the guest guy on the show, and I appreciate you doing that. Hey,
thank you, Willie. Good job, man.
It's been great getting to meet you. Not me personally, but the guys that are listening. It's great getting to meet you, getting to hear your story, and you are an up and comer. You guys are going to win that. There's no you guys. It's you and your wife. You guys are going to wrap that up. I can totally see a GC or an RGC coming here in the next 6 months.
So we're all going to be in Houston. Is that right? Me, you, Rob, Bell.
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah.
Willie.
You're going, aren't you? Yeah, Bill's going. Yep. We're all going to be there. Yeah.
We're going to have to figure out how to all hang out.
Hey, Willie, before we let you go, anybody want to give a shout out to or anything else before we let you go?
K&R Pipeline.
He said, "I'm good."
Like, hey,
fuck everybody.
It's kind of like you, Bill. I mean, I can
fuck everybody. I'm good.
Scream K&R Pipeline all day long. They ain't gonna give me any more revenue here.
I was so rude when I said that. I was like, "Dude, I'm old, Phil. It's not gonna help me, but I'm just here to support you."
If anything, it's just gonna cost you money.
Yeah.
Aaron Leslie, before we let you go, hey, talk about one more time your RGC, and make it quick though. We got 2 minutes,
man. I'm completely stoked to share the stage with Bill Purvis, Chicken Fried Barbecue, and Texas Old Dust. And my only thing is I shout out to Midland Meat Company. If you want it and they have it, you want the best raised beef in the country, give them a holler. They'll take care of you. So that's my sponsor, and that's my people, and that's my family. So that's what I've got.
All right, then. Congratulations, Mr. Aaron Leslie with Texas Old Dust on that big time RGC. Next up, we got the GC of the big contest at San Antonio
Big
Radio.
Dog.
Mr. Bill Purvis.
Man, I'm going to shout out the So Smokin' Gooder Show.
What?
So Smokin' Gooder Show.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Man,
33 shows he's done.
Why are you shouting us out?
Man, they were there. They were on site. They got video coverage, and they even walked and got him a banner, and they hit third place overall. You know?
Can you come back to Texas Old Dust real quick? I just want to say the Smokin' Gooder Show. I want to pinpoint those out too. Bill can't get all the credit right here. God damn it, I can't let him have it.
That's it. You're done.
No, I love Robert Rocha, man. He's a badass motherfucker. Okay, there you go.
Man, he's trying to get that rib recipe, Rob, I think.
I'm trying.
He's trying to do something. Maybe.
It's like 6 months. I keep getting the whole Diane does it routine, you know.
I promise I won't give it to him.
It's not true. I mean, it's true.
Look at that son of a bitch.
He tells me the same thing, Aaron. It's all Diane.
It's okay, Bill. You know what? We'll make one between ourselves, and then we'll make him ask us.
All right, there we go. There we go. How about Miss Bell? Oh, sorry, I skipped one.
Yeah, you did.
I already had Willie.
Yeah, Humble.
Bill Clark.
Humble. Let's talk about Humble. The top 10.
Humble. Let's talk about Humble.
There is no H in that motherfucker. It's a U. It's an humble. And don't start me at Referio and a humble. Bullshit. Fuck you, motherfucker. You can't say that shit.
Jared says, man, I need some sponsors to give with you. Man, we don't really have sponsors, guys.
You ought to reach out to them flip-flop fucking companies right there, Jared. I mean, them son of bitches might want to put some feet on, some shoes on.
Aaron, Willie,
maybe you need to
Bill,
reach out to
myself. I mean, it might appear like we have sponsors, but pretty much all this shit's coming out of our own pocket.
The only guy that needs to reach out to Crocs is Bell and Bill. That's it. Those two right there need to reach out to Crocs and say, I understand that. Bill wears them sons of bitches religiously, and so do you. So y'all two need a Croc sponsorship from Crocs.
Bill, can we talk to Crocs? I feel like we could go together and like dominate this thing.
I think we are.
I just want to say that Crocs does not make a Croc big enough for me to wear. I got to put it in 4-wheel drive to wear them, and they don't fit.
So, yeah, Aaron, you have to go to.
Aaron, you know,
they're called alligators.
Well, I don't give a shit. They called Omar the Tech Factory makes my shit. So I mean, I'm just saying, size 17 shoes. They don't have.
You got to upgrade to alligators. Crocs are not big enough for you. You got to go to alligators.
Well, the ones I got don't fit, and they're the biggest size they wear. That's 16. They don't have them. So I wear 17. So if Crocs are listening, make one big enough for us big guys in West Texas. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
No, I feel like Crocs. If you're listening, you need to contact me and Bill because
I agree.
Bill and Bell.
Like we totally sponsor y'all.
Totally
like
rep
y'all
the Crocs.
Bell and Bill are the Croc representatives of Texas. I'm just telling y'all, y'all shit don't fit my feet. I'm just telling y'all right now.
All right, Bell. What does this show and what does this this whole thing mean to you guys as far as yourself?
Oh, what? What are you asking me?
She's all about
like
Rip
stuck on
Bryan and
Crocs
Tex
now.
Goldust.
All right,
Rip Bryan, Tex Goldust. That's all she cares about.
An amp.
And Humble.
Oh,
contest.
an amp. I'm sorry, Adam. Apologize. Oh, Michelle, I apologize. One of y'all two.
I was gonna say, don't fuck up my shit.
All right, my bad. Continue.
But it's about to get jacked up.
Oh, she's froze again. She froze again.
What she was going to say was, she says, I'm about to get jacked
Aaron,
up in this shit.
What was she going to say?
I'm about to get jacked up in this shit, which is my new product coming out. So she was going to say that, but she didn't really want to say it, but it just froze, you know?
That's nice. She's going.
Oh, my God. There she goes. She's going to come back. She'll
Yeah, so she was going to tell you is that we have a new product. We've had it for about 9 months. It's our phosphates on the market for about 9 months. I only offered it to the guys in our class because I want everybody's feedback, but we have a barbecue phosphate. It's called Jacked. Thank you.
What? Hold on. What now?
Yeah. I said thank you. And
no. What did you? I'm sorry. My internet cut out. So tell me.
You said you were going to give shout outs and you were going to say thank you to Jacked for the awesome responses. And
I don't know what the fuck Jacked is.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's this badass fucking product, but just get jacked up together. That's all we can say, We'll see.
There's Aaron. All right. Hey, guys, thank you guys so much. Willie, I know you're 5 minutes away, but I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you very much.
Thanks, Willie. Good job, babe.
Willie, you're amazing.
Great job.
You were a great guest.
You did awesome.
You were a great guest for the show.
Thanks for the pizza on Friday, Willie. Appreciate
Aaron,
it.
Thank you for
Aaron
all
Leslie,
the
RGC of the San Antonio Rodeo Cook-Off.
Way to go, Aaron.
My goodness, bro.
Yeah.
That was fun.
My boy Bill.
Let me give a fun shout out to my co-host, Miss Belle Clark from JC's Good Old Boys.
If she wasn't as pretty as she was, I would say, fucking kick her off. But she is.
God damn.
Wait, are you saying, Aaron? Are you saying she needs to add more to the show?
No, I'm saying that she needs to come on the show every fucking time you have it because she makes the show more powerful than what it really is. Case kicking a field goal that never makes it in there is good. Belle brings excitement. She brings excitement. I mean, she's salty.
Aww.
Fuck, she's salty, man. She talks. She cusses worse than a sailor.
Rob, I think that's a kick in your balls, buddy. But just saying.
So just drop your chair, sir.
All right, I'm here with Case Hahn from Bulls on McMee, who won today HEB Tailgater of the Game. Case has a chance to win a $500 HEB gift card for his tailgating team if he can make a field goal. Are you ready? Yeah. All right, H-Town, show him some love. Let's kick. There you go. Fix that ball. Here we go. You got this, brother. Come on, Case. Count it off. There you go. Give it up. Come on. Get him going. Case is up. And, wow.
Put his pinky toe into it.
That was literally from the 5 fucking yard line. My goodness.
He's trying to kick it with his toe.
I mean, I'd have pulled my shoe off and I'd have put the laces into it.
I was going to say, you know what's sad is I could have made that all fucking day.
And I don't.
So I'll tell you this, as a guy who played football in high school and semi-pro football, I tried to make the big leagues and I tore my shit up and I ruined my body. I could deep snap 20 yards in like 0.6 of a second. I had a very good snap, but
shocking.
Even I pulled my shoe off and kicked the fucking football in the uprights. Put the pinky toe on it. Nah,
Aaron, don't offend his people. He gets sensitive.
Hey, Team Dairy Queen is a badass son of a bitch. I'm just going to tell him right now he's in the blue lot. So.
All right. Okay.
I love
Hey,
okay.
Willie, love you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Willie, you did amazing.
Bill. Thanks. We'll see you
Appreciate
in a couple
it,
weeks.
Bill. Bill's gone. Bill's gone.
Left.
Where'd Bill go?
Bill's
left. Already
if anyone wants to hang out with me,
Willie,
I'm going to end this live show.
Before Rob stops his show, Willie, where are you cooking next weekend?
Mercedes.
Okay, after that, where are you cooking?
Mercedes.
Hey, I have a list. You see this right here? This is like a legal size list.
Oh, you have a list.
I have a list.
Rodeo, maybe, Willie?
No, I have Mercedes, and then I have a backyard benefit that I do every year at Morton. I'll do that one, and then I'll go to Houston, and then Austin.
Well, I'll beat Austin.
And then I don't know what's after Austin. It just
Stockdale, CBA, 11th place. The 11th, Stockdale. So
well,
I'm just saying.
Aaron, you got yours all mapped out for the next 2 months.
I do. I'm telling you what, I have like 5 months of mapped out CBA events. I'm just saying because I'm special like that. But I will say this: we'll be at Austin Rodeo. Austin, what's that date, Willie? March the 4th and 5th.
Yeah.
And if you want to talk about Houston Rodeo, San Antonio Rodeo, Austin Rodeo is right there with. They're at 250 teams, is where they capped it at. So Austin Rodeo, CBA, March the what I tell you, March the 4th and 5th.
I'll be at the Texas Trophy Hunters thing.
250 teams is where Austin Rodeo stopped. The CBA event, first year CBA event. They're gonna be there. So if you're there,
why
we'll be at
do I keep cooking these 200 plus fucking team events, man?
Because you are a badass son of a bitch. I'll tell you what though, Rob, let's trade. Let's trade a rib recipe for a brisket recipe, and we will together RGC and GC this event.
You don't want my chicken recipe?
I'll give you my sauce, and I guarantee you.
I'm telling you what. I was 18th chicken at the San Antonio Rodeo, and I was first place brisket, and my ribs were 31st, or 30th. So I will take a rib recipe.
Damn, you probably would have GC'd if it were a cumulative scoring.
No, JD Henley would have. JD had a 10th place rib, 11th place brisket, and a 12th place chicken. That son of a bitch right there would have probably GC'd the San Antonio Rodeo.
And he didn't even get in the top 10 now.
Yeah.
Nope. Didn't do
it. Terrible. Fucking terrible.
Yeah. But I know Diane makes all your stuff. You don't want to help me out, so that's okay. I mean, a man that was just
it's true, though. It's true.
Fucking Lone Star, dude.
And this is a guy that in Odessa.
Let's be clear.
Odessa, Texas. I walked by at 4:00 in the morning. I swapped his rubs on his Rec Tech 590. And I swapped his rubs and put them in the order that he should put them in. And the son of a gun got like 3rd or 4th overall, and I didn't get shit. So you would think that a man would love to help a brother out, but he just doesn't do that.
Hey, Willie, you gonna come join us eating crawfish tomorrow?
I'll let you know in the morning. So.
Well, tell me, message me because we got to save fucking tables.
Okay. Because I have to go, I know tomorrow.
Because, Rob, we're up to, 4 tables now?
At least.
Oh, shit. I'll message y'all first thing in the morning. Because I got to go to Hempstead and pick
hair down like that. My God.
I got to feed a basketball team tomorrow. So.
We may be up to 6 tables.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but it's going to be so fun, and it's going to be fucking freezing.
We're going to have a blast. We're going to have a blast.
But hopefully we can get in the barn where we can get the heaters and things.
So do you have, do you have people, Belle?
Do I?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a guy trying to go at 4:30, but I don't know how well that's going to work for us with 6 goddamn tables.
Which guy is that?
Blair. She's the only one that doesn't work.
That's a girl.
Well, in Belle's world, a guy is a guy. It doesn't matter if you're female or male.
Is that
she's a pregnant girl.
No, she's still a guy.
No, she's
Aaron, are you pissing?
She ain't fucking around.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't.
He's pissing. Are you pissing in the house? Oh, my God.
Come on now. I don't do that kind of shit on social media like that. I mean, come on.
He got it hanging out the window.
You legit are peeing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
No, come on now. You
There
folks
are still
you got
1,000 people watching us right now, Aaron.
I'm gonna tell you what. You folks got to
He said,
stop.
I feel better now. It's fine.
I mean, you
dribbled all
heard
over
the
your
wind.
leg. You didn't even
It's
take it.
been. I'll tell you this. It has been 22 degrees.
Y'all hang
It's
out
been-
for 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
It's been 22
Oh,
degrees
you gotta go pee.
all
You're gonna
week.
pee in your own accord.
All week long. It's been 22 degrees, 24 in Midland. It's been frozen over. And you want to tell me, I mean, some tree branches sound like ice and water falling. You're going to say, I'm peeing outside? Come on, man. I mean, I might have been, but, it's still, I mean,
It wasn't by the bed, Aaron. You were just popping.
I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, we've been here for 2 hours drinking whiskey all night. I mean, I got to put
I have to pee too, actually.
I got to let the big dog eat. It's like on the third green on a par 5. You guys got to swing for the fences. That's what I did. I swung for the fences. I hit the fence.
He just went and pissed in his trash can next to his desk.
I mean, I thought I was, I got too many leaves. I thought I was on the side of the building. I'm sorry, I mean, shit.
Fucking Willie's like, dude, you're pissing.
But then again, Willie, we could be pissing in the Bell River in Pierre Part, Louisiana.
No,
and that shit was like
river.
That shit was like chocolate milk with twigs.
Yeah. Our piss was cleaner
Don't pee
than
in
that
my
river. Our piss was cleaner than that river. So,
I mean, I remember while y'all were out,
anything.
While you guys were out playing paddle boat and alligator tossing, we were in the bar. I would just go out to the river and I just piss in the river because why? Because it was better than the bathroom they had.
Oh
and two,
my God, you are not lying. That bathroom.
I mean, I'm just saying come on now. We go outside and if I fall in, I can get back out.
But I feel like I want to give the Spunky Monkey like some props for holding like a good cook off and all that shit. But goddamn, clean your bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this: the Spunky Monkey is a fantastic place. They have a lot of good room. They have a good pool table. They have a great bar, and they have an awesome atmosphere.
I wrote all over their fucking ceiling or the
column
or whatever.
She did. She did. She put everybody's name on the top of the ceiling, and we just did our thing. I mean, that was
all the Texas teams that were there. I wrote on that fucking beam. And
I got photos. I got photos of that shit where she was putting them up there. The problem was the 3-foot gap in between both bars that she had to cross. I mean, I think she bruised a couple of ribs where she kicked me in the side.
All right, hey guys, real quick, whoever's watching, I want to comment right now. There's 11 of y'all watching. Just say hello. I know Martin's there or Tycon.
Come on, give us a holler, guys. Give us a
holler before we get out of here. Give us a holler if you enjoyed this. It's fun. We had fun on this Thursday night after show. It's fun.
You just ruined our whole fucking conversation.
Well, that's because you had a goddamn chicken fried shirt on. And,
Christ.
I mean, Bill's already big enough present as it is. I mean, you could have tickled us at like 22.
Willie, nobody's even involving Willie in said conversation.
I'm fine. I'm just listening.
Hey, I just want to show y'all this.
I just started the shit up.
Do y'all see this right here? I'm gonna flip these around.
Gentleman now, Jack.
This right here. Let me find my camera.
We're over here.
This is number 105 of 500. I got in line at 7:45 a.m. on Friday morning. Now, this has a Rob, put me on a big show. Put me on a big road.
Thank you, Jared.
Come on, Rob. Okay. Now, do y'all see this says it's real bright, but it says Smoke on the Hollow. And it has a number right here on the side, has a numbered bottle. When you go to the Jack Daniels cook-off, you get to go stand in line. and you get to look for your own numbered bottle. And I have my numbered bottles is a 432. That's my area code, 432 in the state of Texas. Right. So I have the 432 of 500. I have them both years I've been. And that right there, I drank this week. This is number 105 of 500. And this is Gentleman Jack, and that's what all the bottles are. And you can have your logos printed on there if you're a cook at the Jack Daniels. So
where's your logo?
Texas. So they're in the truck. This one here is one off the shelf. So the other one will say Texas Oil Dust and Jack Daniels across the bottom.
So it's not really that awesome. It's just one you got.
Fuck off, Bill. It is that awesome.
Well, I mean, it would have been more awesome if you would have showed us the one that was all great with your fucking logo.
I'm sorry. I apologize. That's on my shelf on my wall with all the other awesome bullshit.
So, you ain't that fancy.
Belle thinks she has nice hair and she can just
now do you know why I call her salty? That's why I call her salty. Because she's just salty.
She thinks she got good hair and she can just fucking talk ass.
I will say this. The last time I saw her was at CBA at Smokin, and I'm going to tell you, I think her hair grew 4 inches. But she always has a ponytail. You never know how long her hair really is. She has a ponytail every time I see it.
Nope.
That's true.
It's true.
I mean, you never really know. You know, I mean, it's kind of that deal. But
kind of like your beard in your fucking intro. It's not it.
Well, I will say that fuck off, Dale. I will say that right there. Kiss
all right ass. Then, Willie, let's get out of here, bro. You good?
Well, it's like let's go eat some pizza. Okay, well, you cooking? Okay, I'm good, man. No, you guys are awesome. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for the opportunity to come on. And Willie, man, I loved your brisket. I'm telling you, you got a banging fucking brisket. Your brisket and mine was the same as always. It's just a small tweak, and I got lucky. You didn't.
Well,
I mean,
that's fine.
You had a good brisket.
You know, I talk shit about you getting first place, but I'm so proud of you getting first place.
Well, I appreciate it. That's a hell of a fun to go through, but we all have the same flavor. It's a matter of who gets the ticket and who doesn't.
Yeah, for sure.
Aaron, Vanessa says Carly needs some pickles, bro.
I got her covered. I'll see you in shit. Hang on a second. Let me look at this list right here. You see how it's list? Hang on. I believe we're going to Liberty. Hey, we'll be in Liberty on the 25th of April. I'll bring us some.
All right, Aaron. Hey, thank you very much for being on the show. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Robert Rocha, for having us on the show.
We will be in touch.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
If you want to hang out real quick before we let everybody go.
All right. I'm in. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Willie, we're about to end the live broadcast, but if you want to hang out, I know you got to go. I don't know what you got to do, but if you want,
Willie ain't got to do shit.
No.
Willie said
he ain't got. Willie paints pipelines and stuff. Man.
Oh, Willie said he's good. I know Belle's good. Hey, but everybody, y'all say goodbye to the people that are still watching.
Bye. Thank y'all for watching.
See y'all guys. Thank y'all very much.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, Jay, we'll see you.
What do you want to say to your fans out there?
Smoke that money maker, baby.
Goddamn, we're gonna be here for
buy that Texas.
Willie, what do you want to say to your fans?
I need more pizza.
Can we have an open class for pizza, please? The next show.
Hey, you want to have a class for pizza? Willie, let's do that. Let's have a class for pizza.
Good night, y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Me and you, Willie. Me and you. You ready?
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. Hey, for Aaron Leslie with Texas Oil Dust, the reserve grand champion of the San Antonio Stock Show Radio. We had Bill Purvis on, the grand champion of the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. We've had Willie Richards on, 8th place brisket, 3rd place steak, and we had Belle Clark on, 3rd place overall at the Humble Rodeo.
Humble Rodeo, baby!
Give a shout out to Belle. Everybody do this right here.
She got jacked the fuck up.
There was Miss Belle Clark. And
Nice
for
hair.
me, Rob Rocha.
Thank
Only
Thank y'all for
Belle-
watching. We appreciate y'all.
Only Belle Clark know what jack the fuck up means. It'll be coming out new this year, just so y'all know.
Oh. Did you
I
do
did.
some breaking
I
news?
did.
All
I
right.
did. I did.
All right, hey,
Smack that
everybody that's
shit.
watching, Vanessa, Martin.
Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you guys. We'll see you soon. We'll be back next Wednesday on our normal
Wednesday.
time. at
It'll
8
be
o'clock.
Wednesday.
Yes.
Wednesday,
All right, guys.
8
Y'all
p.m.
take care. Good night.